Just had some clobber banter from Simon Jordan. Where'd you get your shorts from? Stupid Shortland. How can you compete with that? I don't know. Anyway, thank you to Jim and Simon. Finally, they did some boxing on their show. What a relief. Anyway, it is Max Rushden and Charlie Baker with you until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Let's start with the sports headlines from Tom Clayton.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Score a winning hat-trick of performance, payload and price. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
Max, thank you. Good afternoon. Arne Slot has exclusively told talkSPORT Season 2 brings more pressure on himself as well as the Liverpool players.
I think now we might need more time than we needed last season because the manager changed, but the players stayed the same. I've said many times that the playing style between Jurgen and me is not so different that it takes ages for them to be adapted to.
Yes.
Now players need to adapt to each other.
He's also played it coy when asked about Mark Gahey. He can hear the whole interview on breakfast tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, Chelsea players will donate 15% of their bonus from the Club World Cup to the family of Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. The Chelsea players each receive a share of around £11 million. Elsewhere, the man accused of driving into the crowds at Liverpool's trophy parade is facing up to 24 additional charges. 53-year-old Paul Doyle from West Kirby is facing charges of wounding with intent, GBH with intent and attempted GBH. Now to North London, where fans are mixed about Spurs' defeat last night in the Super Cup to PSG. Some reckon it's a positive step. Others have told talkSPORT that Thomas Frank is Antonio Conte 2.0. But Simon Jordan holds some optimism for them this season.
I don't think they're going to win the Champions League. I think they're going to find difficulty winning the Premier League, but there's no reason why they're not going to win FA Cups and League Cups. We've just seen Crystal Palace win one.
And a quick word on transfers. Forest are in for Rennes striker Arno Calawendo. That could be a deal worth £26 million. Get more on talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
For the first time in 7 years, boys have outperformed girls at A-level. And Sir Keir Starmer's welcomed Ukraine's President Zelensky to Downing Street with a hug outside number 10. Emma has more at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Heatwave outside, oven inside. Stay cool this summer with a free aircon check. Book online or visit your local QuickFit today.
Up the boys on A-levels results day. Another dry day for most of us with very warm sunshine. A few heavy, maybe thundery showers in northern areas and the odd light shower in the west.
Good afternoon, you're listening to Hawksby and Jacobs on talkSPORT. I'm lefty woke snowflake Max Rushden, alongside me Charlie Baker. What's coming up between now and 4, Charlie?
Hi Max, you look nice.
Thanks.
It says here, coming up, Super Clive Allen will look back on Spurs' oh-so-close performance in the Super Cup last night. It was so close. It was so close.
We were messaging each other on the open-top bus parade.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And England spinner Shoaib Bashir is doing something nice, so we'll chat to him about that.
Out of our comfort zone alert as we're talking boxing and rugby league, and comedian and Spurs fan, which is right in our wheelhouse. Reese James will come in and flog his new book.
Yeah, David Gower is going to talk to us. He's umpiring in a charity match that I am playing in.
Feels the wrong way round.
Unless I can find a reason to pull out by Monday. And the world number 4 is back for the birthday spread. Hashtag fireworks.
Fireworks, yeah. All that between now and 4. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Charlie.
Good afternoon. There was banter between you and Jordan on the way. It was legendary, back and forth.
As I walked in.
Between you and Simon. Poof.
So, we've hosted shows together.
Yeah.
It is, we don't necessarily share the same worldviews on everything.
No.
I think it's fair to say, but we hosted some quite entertaining. There was a good show once we did on New Year's Eve when he didn't have any plans for the evening.
Oh.
So I said, would you like Simon Jordan to come to your party? And obviously the text board
I bet he
went
loved
wild.
that.
He really Really
I can imagine he really goes in for that sort of.
He's in the breaks. He's like, can we do more of that, please? Can we do more of that? He said, I would look like I was going to a dysfunctional PE lesson.
Yes.
Was his line, because I'm in shorts, because I don't know if anyone's noticed the weather is warm in that there London.
We
at the
discussed
moment.
this on your brilliant podcast. What did you do yesterday?
Clobber banter.
No, not
wearing
Clobber
shorts
banter.
at work. Oh, yeah, you won't wear shorts in the office.
I wear shorts a lot of my life, but I like, if I come to work, to wear trousers.
Yeah.
Why is that, Max?
I don't know.
Why do I
Insecurity?
feel like
Is
that?
it insecurity?
I've said to you that it's like, because I'm West Country boy, getting up to the big smoke and have to dress up to go to work. But I've got nice legs. Maybe I'm worried that they'd.
What's going to happen? I mean, there have been bosses who've said you have to wear trousers.
Yeah, that's
because
true. Yeah,
obviously it makes a huge difference how we're dressed to do a radio program. Like, massively. Listeners can really feel it. You just have to be comfortable in yourself. But what I enjoyed was Simon, he had a go at me. You look like a dysfunctional PE teacher, and I just went, I can't cope with this clobber banter. Then you came in and he didn't dare.
backed you up.
You backed me up. Thanks, mate. You've got my back in a very bad version of, Anchorman. Newsreader Wars. But he didn't dare take you on because you're a trained comedian.
Very good.
Whereas I'm just very, there's no way I can't do anything funny. So, like, he was prepared. He saw me as the weak link. It's classic bullying tactics.
And I stepped in.
Thanks, mate.
That's because that's who we are. The two hardest guys on talkSPORT. Come and take us on.
I hate to name drop, but good afternoon to Mark Bosnich, who's about to go to bed in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
does that count as a name drop on a sports radio show?
I think Bos does, yeah. One of the greatest goalkeepers Australia's ever produced.
This is a sports radio. If you were like somewhere else,
right? Okay,
just out in the pub with your mates.
Yeah, and I just said, here's Mark Bosnich.
Yeah. You're on talkSPORT,
okay,
the world's biggest sports
and he's
radio
on this station quite a lot.
Yeah, so
but
I don't. A colleague's
just
texted me.
As I said to you the other day, I'm not friends with a lot of footballers. I'd say I'm friends with Mark Bosnich. He might be my best friend who's a footballer. Anyway, we were talking about Spurs, who it was close yesterday, wasn't it? And I said I thought they looked pretty good, and he's made it's a great line. Much better, solid. I thought they retreated a little bit early. PSG were not match fit, but when Spurs stopped threatening them, they got a second wind. Enrique's subs were excellent. I felt sorry that Spurs couldn't hold on. But, he said, green sprouts.
Green sprouts.
Not green shoots, but green sprouts. And I saw, you could see the green sprouts there from what Thomas Frank was doing.
They're good round Christmas. Is that what he means?
It is. They'll peak. They'll peak at Christmas, won't they? Just for a couple of games.
Very popular on Boxing Day.
Spurs will be absolutely amazing. They'll be a bit cold on Boxing Day, won't they?
Yeah.
They'll have to tactically rethink how they perform. But I really did see green sprouts from that Tottenham performance yesterday. Oh, it was good. We were talking to Clive Allen.
Richarlison was really good. And then I thought, maybe this is what Thomas Frank does. He's great at getting strikers play like Ivan Toney, Wissa, Mbuemo.
Yeah.
He's got all those strikers properly playing, and maybe he's going to do the same with Richarlison, turn him into a £150 million striker.
Yeah, I thought. He was excellent. I thought Jed Spence had a brilliant game.
He's great.
Sarr looked really good in central midfield. I thought Kudus looked really exciting. And
I hope Pedro Porro's all right after that one that he took, obviously flush in the face.
On the back of his shoulder. Hashtag pray for Pedro Porro.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
But all these positives, and yet Tottenham didn't win. And they'll be knackered
Spurs.
and they'll get a draw against Burnley. And they'll be like, oh, that's so flat. But that is good. It was good. There were green sprouts.
There were green sprouts. And it's a bit like when you read about people who really drop a bunch of weight, get themselves in shape, really start to look really handsome and chiseled, and then they still have the depression of, I'm still me.
Yeah.
I'm still me inside. When I close my eyes at night, it's still me. And that's what Spurs. It was still Spurs.
Still Spurs. But I think there's positivity.
Okay.
Now, this is in the Daily Star.
Oh,
It's just a marketing idea for us. I don't know.
Okay.
It is about clothing. Bella Hadid. Are you aware of her?
I've heard of her.
Yeah.
Is she a model, Max?
I think she may be a model of some sort.
Okay.
I'd not heard of her until I picked up the newspaper today.
Okay.
She sent fans wild as she unveiled her latest perfume and a bit more in a see-through top. The supermodel, she is 28, revealed her new Eternal Roots fragrance.
Well, that's nice.
As Eternal Roots, Levi's dad, actually. Available from Selfridges while wearing a semi-sheer gold top. Posting on Instagram, she said, "Thank you for the opportunity to live my dream. Do you think this programme And if you think about the excellent, I mean, what's the Hawksby and Jacobs family? It's very much Paul and Andy.
Yeah, very much.
Mum and Dad.
Very much so.
You are sort of son, and I'm stepson.
Yeah, and then you've got, Todd. Todd, who comes on and does the American sports.
Yeah,
he's like a nice cousin.
Yeah, okay, Tim Vickery.
Tim Vickery
Yeah, sure.
from Brazil.
Yeah. Many.
Many. Danny Kelly.
Yeah.
Of course.
Should we all, perhaps...
The Birthday Spread family.
Of course, yeah.
Jeff Peters, speak to him later on.
Should we all wear a semi-see-through sheer gold top to promote the programme? We are, after all, not just on the wireless anymore. We are live on your smart TV. We're also on thick TVs, and we're on YouTube.
I'm feeling...
What about a sort of crop top, sheer gold, see-through crop top?
I'm feeling that would...
Just imagine what Simon would say if we walked in.
Where are you two off to?
Yeah, exactly. The silly naked land. You're off to... Where'd you get that from? You've not got enough... There's not enough material on that, stupid top man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look out.
Could do, but maybe we could influence him.
Where'd you get? Yeah, maybe.
Imagine that, because he is. I mean, I don't want to engage in it, but every day I see him, he's slightly more Bond villain than the last time. He's demanded that he has a small cat that he holds and strokes during the show.
I'm going to say, I think he'd look better in a see-through gold top
than
me. I'm not prepared to test this out.
Okay.
But
I am.
I think...
Tomorrow, so I do it tomorrow.
Okay, it's very nice.
I'm in sheer gold.
I think next time we do a show, Saturday morning,
9 till 11, the award-winning game day warm-up.
One of us should wear shorts and the other one shouldn't.
All right.
And see if the listeners can tell it's a new game.
Okay.
Who's wearing shorts? I'm not into it. I don't like it. Shut it down. We're not doing it.
Kyron says, are you on the show from Australia, or are you in the studio? It must be the middle of the night if you're in Australia. I'm here. I'm in the United Kingdom. But when I have in the last couple of days ventured some opinions on world affairs,
yes,
Charlie, I have been told to get back in my box because I don't live in this country.
Oh, okay. So you don't get a choice.
I'm not allowed any opinions. I'm only allowed opinions on what's happening in Australia.
I get it.
So let me say, Paul Robinson should not sell Lacetus. I'm putting it out there. Whatever Mr. Gower wants to bid, it's not enough, because the people who work at the Waterhole will lose their jobs, they're providing a valuable service to the people of Erinsborough. And I don't care. If you get angry with me and text me on that, you can. Watch the text boards go wild.
Go wild now.
Because Uda Gower's offering great investment. And does Paul Robinson really care about the people of Erinsborough? I don't know. 1889.
Yes, sure.
Did you have a text topic?
Yes, I did. And my nephew, who's rather brilliant, actually came and did some work experience on this very show.
Nepo baby. Another Nepo baby.
He's 15 and he's a very good golfer. And on my brother's birthday, he got a hole-in-one. They went and played golf for my brother's birthday, and my nephew got a hole-in-one.
Many congratulations.
So I wanted to do, and it was my birthday.
Okay.
And it was, I scored an own goal. Our producer Sean had one earlier on. His mate scored an own goal on his birthday. So and it was my birthday.
Okay, so it's just something that happened.
Something that happened to you.
Ideally, sporting doesn't have to be. We don't really want. I got 10 years for ABH, and it was my birthday. That's sort of not the.
We can stay off the sad ones.
Yeah, we can stay off the sad ones. But yeah, stories that end with "and it was my birthday." That's the sort of phrase, isn't it? This amazing happened, and it was my birthday. Okay, 1889, and it was my birthday. Keep them coming, or start them coming in if you would. 1889 at Max Rushden. At what's your handle?
Baker's tweet, but I don't really like X. It's just people calling you names.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So find me on Instagram at Charlie Baker Comedian. That'll be better.
Okay, Charlie Baker Comedian on Instagram.
Regretting.
And his phone number is 07343 221 It is Max and Charlie.
On the back of the card.
Max and Charlie here. I brought to you with the good people of Tool Station.
Yes.
Shop is the word. Shop Tool Station. Go to Tool Station. Get yourself a Hawksmoor lawnmower. In store, on app and online. Next stop, Tool Station.
inside the 6-yard box from Mickey van der Ven. Spurs lead in the Super Cup. Narrow peeling away towards the back post. Great run from him, and his header is in through Chevalier. It's 2. Lee, and he's pulled one back. And it is game on again. Really good strike from Lee Kang in.
This one is not done yet.
Nudge around the corner for Dembele. Thrashes across in for Ramos, who's headed it in for 2-2.
Wow.
Spurs haven't been able to hold on. 2-0 up with 5 to go. But it's 2-2.
What a brilliant goal.
We go to penalties here in Udine. Can Vicario make the save? No, he can't. PSG have won it. PSG that win the Super Cup for the very first time.
Oh, it was close, wasn't it?
Two of those penalties were hilarious, wasn't it?
Well, the Tellens
For each
Vitinha
side.
ones. Well, the no-look, put it wide.
Full goal. Still put it wide.
Let's talk to
Amazing.
Super Clive Allen wouldn't have done a
Oh,
no-look
yes,
penalty,
please.
would he? Hey, Clive, you
Hello,
good?
Clive?
Good afternoon, gents. Yeah, it
unlucky.
was close. It
Unlucky.
was nail-biting stuff. Obviously, 5 minutes from a second trophy in a few months would have been something special.
Yeah, I mean, I was really impressed. And okay, everyone will say, "Oh, classic Spurs didn't win," but and we were just talking about it before. So many performances from Tottenham players, and I'm recency bias is always a thing, and I'm always guard against sensationalism. But I've rarely seen Richarlison play that well for Tottenham. I thought Sarr had a brilliant game. I thought Spence was superb as well. I was just very impressed. And, obviously Thomas Frank is a more adaptable manager than Ange. And I love Ange and I will never not love Ange. But I just thought I was really encouraged by what I saw.
Absolutely, I agree totally. I was covering the game for Spurs play, looking at the way that we defended was excellent. We looked, we were playing probably the best side in Europe, if not the world at the moment. And it was disciplined. It looked like they knew exactly what they were doing, which was, vitally important as the season approaches. There looks like there's adaptability. They're going to change systems. They have done through pre-season. So I thought there was a lot of positives from the game.
I was saying to Max earlier, Richarlison looked really good, I thought. I don't know if that's Thomas Frank's coaching, that he's particularly good with strikers, but there's always been a player in there, isn't there, Clive? It's never quite clicked, though, is it? So maybe this is the season.
Yeah, I think what we saw last night was Richarlison that's fit. I think he held the ball up well in the way that the team played. You needed your centre forward to do that. He was physical. I thought his overall game was excellent. The only thing he didn't really have was too many chances to actually score. But his contribution was massive.
Yeah, and actually that's sort of the number 9's way now, isn't it? If you play, I know it's slightly different because they played 3 at the back, but if you are that lone 9, you do have to do a lot. You have to do a lot of shuttle runs. You're getting paid a lot of money to do a lot of shuttle runs. What did you make of Mohamed Kudus' performance?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a player that, with his physical strength and obviously technical ability, he's a player. In the way that Spurs were playing, you get the ball out to him, he holds it up, he draws a lot of opposition towards him, he can set things off. There was one combination with Richarlison when Chevalier made a really good save when we broke quickly, and they combined really well. So I think, his role this season, Kudus, is going to be very important.
There's been talk of Harvey Elliott, I think, in the transfer market. Where did you see gaps that needed to be plugged last night, Clive?
Well, I think you're just looking at perhaps the creativity, massive blow losing Maddison for probably the season. I think we've got a very, very combative midfield. Whoever plays in there, Berval, Sarr was outstanding. I thought Paulinho and Bentancur as the 2 holding midfield players were really solid. And I think that gives us a real platform to build on. If I'm looking at something that we need to improve, it would be the number of opportunities that you're going to get for your centre forward or your strikers with a bit of creativity.
And the rumours of Eze and Savinho. How often are you just refreshing the gossip pages, Clive?
No, I can see certainly the attraction of Eze. I think he would be a fabulous fit. I was at Wembley on Sunday to see Crystal Palace win, and they were outstanding, as was Eze. And I think if Spurs were able to capture a player of his ability, that would be a massive boost.
They played 3 at the back against PSG. They got Burnley on Saturday. Burnley are not PSG. I think it's fair to say. A lot of people think Burnley will go straight back down. I thought there was a part of me at 2-0, Clive, where you just thought, look, you've basically won. Doesn't matter what happens. Make loads of changes, because the worst case now is that Tottenham are knackered and get a draw on Saturday.
Yeah, I just wonder if the substitutions last night were with a view to Saturday. Obviously, the players that were withdrawn, and I think it's so evident now in literally every game that we see that the managers making their substitutions, the subs that have to impact the game, and I think Dembele going on to the right for PSG, and all of a sudden Ramos coming on and leading the line just changed the course of the game, and both obviously PSG subs scored. It's difficult to close the game out, but that was exactly what Thomas wanted from making his substitutions. So it's managers live and die by these decisions and these changes, and when they get it right, it's fantastic, and when it doesn't go right, they take the blame for it.
Yeah, good to see Bergvall back, wasn't it? From injury, I think he missed the final, didn't he? Last season, but was also Player of the Season. So he's a really, really exciting player. I think he could have a great season.
Yeah, I think he could. He emerged. I thought last season he grew. I think he grew in stature, confidence. He rightly was given the Player of the Season award for his contribution, which was magnificent. He came in as a very young talent, and I think he's shown that he's more than capable of dealing with the Premier League.
Where did you have Spurs finishing in the Premier League before the game last night, and has that prediction changed at all after what you saw?
No, I think as Thomas said, it's about being competitive on all fronts, all four competitions that we're playing. Having a squad with depth, the Champions League is the toughest of them all after the Premier League. The Premier League is certainly has to improve from last season, and I see us wanting and certainly striving to be back in a European position come the end of next season.
Have you played any cricket this summer, Clive? Last time I saw you in the flesh, few years ago, you were on the gloves.
Oh, really?
You were on the gloves, yeah. Wicket keeper,
right.
very, very good wicket keeper.
That's right, Richmond Park. Yeah,
it was. Yes, it was. And I think we had Geraint Jones in the team, the Ashes winning wicket keeper.
And Clive said, "Sorry, these are mine."
Clive took the gloves. So I was wondering if you played this summer at all, Clive.
No, I haven't played cricket. I've had a few rounds of golf, but unfortunately, no, not had the opportunity to play cricket again.
Okay, so you're a wicketkeeper batsman, sort of pinch hitter, Clive? Why are you?
Yeah, I'd like to think so, yeah. Certainly enjoyed keeping wicket.
Could you walk the next day? Were you going downstairs backwards?
No, all those muscles that you don't use, yeah. I've certainly paid the price for it.
Oh, good stuff. Well, look, thanks for coming on, Clive. Appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
Clive Allen there, former Spurs striker, of course. And yeah, they were good. They were good.
Yeah.
Look, got to be positive about it. I was really enthused.
He's very good, Clive Allen. He couldn't score at Plainmoor in the 1980s.
Could he not?
In 1987.
Couldn't hit a barn door. That's what you're saying.
When Derek Dawkins scored the winner, Max, as you'll remember, but Clive couldn't score.
Yeah. Anonymous in Aberdeen says, I soiled myself on a roller coaster in Blackpool. It was my 15th birthday. Ruined the whole weekend. And it was my birthday. You never forget. But that's it. I've forgotten my 15th birthday. I couldn't tell you what happened. You'll never forget it.
Charlie, my sister announced her engagement at a family meal, and it was my birthday. It's his 21st birthday. Trampled all over by relatives to see the ring. I left and went on a bender with the boys. Ian in Manchester. Thank you, Ian. Very nice. And it was your birthday, 8/10/89.
Yeah, you're listening to Rushden Baker on talkSPORT in partnership with Toolstation this summer. Shop Toolstation's award-winning Hawksmoor lawnmower range. I actually had a little look at the Hawksmoor.
Oh, yeah.
I was very impressed.
I'm a little Google now, actually.
I mean, I've only got a small bit of AstroTurf in my garden.
You don't need one for that.
It's unlikely I need.
You can hoover that.
Yeah, you can. Can you get a hoover at Toolstation?
A vacuum cleaner.
Can I get a vacuum? Get your latest vacuum for your Astro at Toolstation in store on at someone will say, and you talk about climate change and look at you, I know, hypocrite.
Flying around the world.
Stop caring about people. In store, on app and online. Next stop, Toolstation.
when was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
Anyway, it's all well and good, that dog being on the Transpennine Railway for well-being until it does its business in the quiet carriage.
Yes.
Then you're like, I'm not sure this is good for my well-being.
A dog in the quiet carriage is not what you want, is it? Unless it's a quiet dog.
Of course.
You know, my friend takes on guide dogs that have failed.
What do you mean? Well, they're not good enough.
Not good enough to be guide dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because they have to get rid of, they have to like move them on. Sorry, mate. Sorry, Rover.
You haven't passed.
It's not worked out.
yeah.
And sometimes they're so used to being with blind people,
right,
that they'll nick biscots.
Is that right?
Yeah, thinking no one can see them.
And is that why they fail? Because they're sort of kleptomaniac dogs.
Having a dog.
Anyway, listening to this conversation thinking, is this talkSPORT?
Yes.
Is the England spinner Shoaib Bashir joins us now. Hey, Shoaib, you good?
Hey, Shoaib.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Yeah, really
very good, thank you.
Thanks for coming on. How's the finger?
Yeah, getting along nicely, to be fair. Had to have surgery on it. And yeah, just doing rehab now and hopefully back soon.
We missed you. We missed you in that final
test. I think it cost us.
I'm not saying you cost us, but the injury.
It's not his fault for breaking his finger.
It's not your fault. You couldn't help. You didn't do it on purpose, Shoaib. But I really think we missed you. He's gone.
Has he gone? I thought you.
No, I'm here.
You were just taking the compliment in. You were just enjoying the compliment. Did you say that to Ben Stokes after the final test? You said, actually, it was my finger, wasn't that was the problem?
No, I would have loved to be a part of it. It's just a shame it happened halfway through the series. But yeah, these things happen, I guess. It's part of the game. Hopefully back soon.
Now, when you're a spin bowler, because if you break your finger, most people are like, it's just a finger. It's sort of quite important, depending on which finger it was. Did you get sympathy? Because people just say, you'll be all right, just put it in a splint. But did you get some sympathy from the lads?
No, to be honest, the boys were pretty good. I broke my small pinky, so it's probably the least one I use out of all 5. But yeah, it's still, I broke it in 2 places, which wasn't ideal.
Did it spin around? Because I did it once when if I'd left it, when I clenched my fist, the little finger would have gone right across. Yeah. Did they say if we don't move this, you're going to be crooked forever?
Yeah, I mean, I was put in a splint for a best part of 3 weeks, and I couldn't move. I took it out of the splint, I just couldn't move it. It just fixated in one spot.
When you say 2 places, you mean on the 2 places on the finger, not Edgbaston and Trent Bridge?
I broke it through the joint, and then on the knuckle, I fractured on the knuckle. So not ideal, but it's what it is.
But you'll be ready for the Ashes. You'll be okay for the Ashes, you think?
Yeah, let's hope so.
Because you feel after that series, that was such a great series. And obviously there are so many cricket fans who are just like, listen, everything is building up to this. And, the last time we went to Australia, it wasn't, as an Englishman who lives in Australia, it wasn't the best. I think, was it Stark got Rory Burns first ball? In swing Yorker, you're like, okay, maybe we'll just do the next series. It's so important to so many fans here. How desperate are you to be a part of a victorious England touring side?
Yeah, 100%. I think Ashes is arguably the biggest cricketing event for us, and just desperate to hopefully do well. I think the way our team shapes up at the moment is looking good. Fingers crossed everyone stays fit, and it'll be a really exciting series, I'm sure.
You're joining us today for a Chance to Shine, which is a charity that helps young people play, learn and develop through cricket, especially in state schools. What is your main message today, Shoaib?
I think, I'm very lucky to be a part of Chance to Shine. I'm glad they got me in to do a bit of work for them. I think my main message to them is just to enjoy the game, because I remember when I was a youngster, I used to love playing with friends and family back then. And I think when you enjoy the game, you become good at it. And that's my main message to these kids. And it's just to enjoy it. It's good to see them smile, I guess, as well. And just have fun, because ultimately that's the main goal.
Sure, and we want cricket to be for everybody, right? And there are lots of people who don't necessarily have the opportunity because it isn't the cheapest. Football is just a ball and some jumpers or goalposts, but you need a bit of kit.
This is played with a tape ball,
right?
And 6 aside, and it's 20 balls per innings. Tape ball cricket is really exciting. Not much turn, exactly. Not much turn though.
Yeah, not off those wickets. But as you say, like all you need is a bat and a ball, and you can play with your mates. It doesn't cost much to play tape ball cricket, and it's good to see so many kids getting involved now. And I think what Chance to Shine are doing is really good for the communities, and where cricket isn't a big thing. So yeah, hats off to them.
Are you bowling against the kids? Are you dibbly dobbling, or are you ripping one through?
Bad finger.
Well, I think a few of the kids want to hit me for 6. That's the best thing I'm getting. So we'll see. I might have to bowl a few bounces.
Yeah, have you got that in your armoury? Have you always been spin, or can you run in off the long run?
No, I think I could get it down there pretty quick.
Okay.
I think with my height, it'll work nicely. Yeah. I think people get scared of me as well.
Yeah, true. You could knock out a child.
You
could knock out a child, couldn't you?
That'd be nice.
Well, that'll make
with a tape ball.
So much is talked about baseball and about the atmosphere in that dressing room. And I mean, you're still young, so you haven't played in millions of dressing rooms. But is the vibe as good as we sense it is from the outside?
Yeah, it's a really good atmosphere and environment to be a part of. As you say, I'm only 21 years old, so I'm still quite new, fairly new to this environment. And I think just the amount of backing I get from the team in general is just incredible, and it just allows me to go out there and express myself, and that's all I ask for really. And yeah, it's just an amazing team.
Sure. And actually, as a spin bowler, as a young spin bowler, right, the one thing you really need from a captain is someone who believes in you, right? Especially the way that cricket is played now and batsmen are so aggressive. You might get hit for a few, and what you need is a captain who says, have the next over. Like, just do exactly what you've just done, put it up, give it some flight. That's what they want you to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Ben Stokes is just an incredible captain, and he understands my emotions really well. And yeah, as you say, like I might get hit for runs, and that's fine as long as I'm trying to work towards taking a wicket. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take wickets, and I'm not afraid to leak runs in order to take wickets. And yeah, just the environment will allow me to do that, which is just great.
This question's going to start like a silly question, and then I think it's got a somewhat cricket element.
Quite often they end silly too, Joe. But go with him.
Great hair, Shoaib, as always.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you use a product, and if there are any rules in cricket on what product you're allowed to use, because you're not allowed to put it onto the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a good question. I like that question. It's a good question. I just put standard wax in my hair.
Yeah.
I've only recently started to grow it out. But yeah, I've not heard anyone say that I'm putting hair wax on the ball yet.
Quite a nice idea, though, isn't it, for the future?
Yeah, I'm not. Do it in front of Steve Smith.
All cheat.
Go on.
It could be an idea, to be fair. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And that wicket that you took to win that test.
Oh.
I mean, obviously the bail went about 25 minutes after you.
That was amazing.
What was that feeling like? Was it just because it's an odd wicket, right? It doesn't matter how you get them, I guess.
Yeah, it was an incredible 20 minutes, because I wasn't on the field for that long, because obviously I broke my finger, so I couldn't really field. And I remember when Ben Stokes told me to come onto the field, all I was thinking was, if this ball gets hit to me, my finger will fall off.
Which would have been exciting as well. I mean, not for you, but to see a man's finger fall off.
Yeah, on the field. But no, it was an incredible 25 minutes of when I was on the field. And yeah, just to take that winning wicket was just incredible. And in front of a packed house at Lord's was just, it topped it up.
Have you ever taken a wicket like that before with that much? It was backspin, really, wasn't it? It sort of got hit and went backwards, and
yeah, I mean, it popped from a good length, and yeah, it had I try and put as many revs as I can on the ball, and yeah, if you look, it hit him quite high on the bat, and just everyone's just looking at this ball roll around Siraj and then hit the wicket. It was just incredible scenes.
It was a wonderful moment. Well, thanks so much for coming on. Good luck with all the work you're doing for Chance for Shine. It is a great charity, and good luck when you smash the Aussies.
Yeah.
I'll be at day 3. I'll be at day 3 at Melbourne if you can just get some wickets that day. Cheers, Shoaib.
Thank you very much.
Shoaib Bashir there, England spinner.
What a nice young man, Max.
Yeah, are you at that age now?
I'm at that age, but that was it. What a nice young man.
Nice, polite young chap.
I know, just a nice.
How well brought up
funny,
he is. Yeah,
brilliant at his sport.
And now you're saying, have you thought about ball tampering? That was your line.
Is it ball tampering though?
I don't know. Do you think Brill cream?
If you run your fingers through your hair and then you put it on the ball, is that ball tampering?
I don't know.
Do any umpires listening let us know?
Dickie Bird, if you're listening,
yes,
give us
please.
a shout. If Steve Buckner is listening, 81089 at Max Rushden, at Charlie Baker Comedian on Instagram, and we'll do some boxing next.
Boxing Update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Buy now at dazn.com/boxing.
It's the biggest fight of my life and career.
Dillian, the body snatcher.
Everyone's saying no break. He is the biggest, hardest fight. The hardest puncher, the quickest puncher, the fastest guy.
Tauma is going looking for another showreel knockout. Moses Tauma can take him out right now.
The strongest guy, the most intelligent, the most patient is boxer.
He's a better mover than Mike Tyson, like a bit more fluid.
Oodles of natural talent.
I even phoned Dylan, like, Dylan, I don't know why you're taking this fight.
2 national titles, 3 European gold medals, and a world title. As a professional, I'm looking to replicate that.
Everyone portray him as a superhuman. That's what I'm approaching the fight. I'm fighting Superman.
Tauma! Oh! That's it!
If he can beat Dillian Whyte, then it's certainly the real deal.
Dillian Whyte is victorious!
Yeah, this Saturday, DAZN brings you 5 huge fights in one night, including unbeaten rising star Moses Tauma taking on the proven and dangerous Dillian Whyte in a heavyweight showdown Saturday, August the 16th on DAZN. Live on talkSPORT as well. Let's talk about the fight with legendary trainer Andy Lee. Andy, how you doing?
Hello, Andy.
Good, Max. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks. How excited are you for this fight?
I'm intrigued, more than excited, because there's questions over both guys, and no one truly knows how the fight will go, what the result will be, but I guess that's the beautiful thing about it. And we'll have all those answers after the fight.
Yeah, I'm not an expert, Andy, as you will discover during the course of this interview. But everything I'm hearing is that this is a Tauma's to lose.
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far. He's still got to win it. He's got to earn the right to win it. Dillian Whyte has been there and done it. He's fought the best of his era. Now he's been a bit inactive, and these last couple of fights maybe not the most impressive. So that's where the question marks about Dillian comes from. He's 37 years old, and with that inactivity coming up against, an active young fighter, a southpaw who's knocked everybody out really, all barring one. These are the questions. How good is Moses Tauma? Because to be honest, his opposition up to this point, although he starched them all, they've been a little below par. Certainly not on the level of Dillian Whyte. And the question around Dillian is, what does he have left? Is he still the Dillian Whyte that we knew from all those years ago?
There's been a lot of talk about the age difference. Tell me, what's the difference between a young, good fighter and an older, experienced fighter? What's the difference?
Well, you just said it there. Experience. You never know you're capable of. You never really know if you're capable of something until you actually do it and go through it. And to be in the ring with somebody, I would say Dillian Whyte's probably going to weigh around 250, 260 pounds, and Moses will probably be 240. So there could be the difference of 20 pounds, and you're in there with a guy who's been the rounds, who's experienced it all. Fought Fury, fought Joshua, fought Chisora, and you're just like with Moses. He's just not that he's a couple of years a pro now, and he's never been at this level, never fought at this level. But in saying that, he hasn't looked like he's ever going to stumble on a hurdle yet. It could, it's probably a great piece of matchmaking on behalf of Queensbury that this is the right step up at the right time for Moses to put himself amongst those top 10 heavyweights in the world. But it could also be a mistake. If it goes, I think, my opinion, if it gets past the fourth round, then it's a real fight. Then you'll see what Moses is made of, and you'll see how much Dillian has left.
Yeah, this could be the gateway for Tauma into a really open heavyweight division that's got a lot of great fighters, including your fighter, Joseph Parker. Do you expect Joseph to get a shot at Usyk anytime soon?
I don't know. I don't know. Joe's doing everything within his power. He was at Wembley. He got in the ring. He's done those famous call-out videos. And I don't know. I think it's probably 80% 20 to against getting the fight with Usyk. But the WBO have ordered Joseph as the mandatory. Usyk has 30 days. That should be coming up soon. Should be coming to an end. And in that case, Joe will fight either become the full champion or fight, which I would prefer, fight for the vacant title. And, you know, the winner of Saturday night could be the opponent in the opposite corner. You never know.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Like you train a whole lot of boxers and of different weights. Is there a massive difference between training a heavyweight and a lightweight or a welterweight?
There is. There's boxing and then there's heavyweight boxing. It's like a world unto itself, you know. And you find that the bigger the fighter, the bigger the character they are, you know. And it's. Yeah, there is some differences. You know, they can't do all of the stuff that the lighter weights. They fight at a different pace, and I would say they're more injury prone because they're bigger men. You know, you have to be careful. You have to manage them in the right way, and that's something that's I'm not sure the health of both fighters going into this. Dillian Whyte's had a long, arduous career, but he has been inactive, and with inactivity, you rest a lot. So maybe he's coming in a bit fresher. Moses has been so busy this year and the last couple of years that, you're likely to pick up injuries. And I wouldn't be surprised if both of these guys are going in there with some sort of injury.
That's interesting, isn't it? And how much of the training is, you know, just get in here and punch some things? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that might sound like a stupid question, but I don't know what you have to do as a heavyweight to get yourself ready for a fight like this.
How long do we have for this interview?
We don't have. If you could do it perfectly in a minute and a half, Andy, that would be the dream.
You got to train the body, but you also got to train the mind, you know, and you have to go through the hard rounds and the hard work to really get that true belief in yourself. No, like stepping into the ring without any doubts, knowing that you've ticked all the boxes. And that's the only way to do it. You might get lucky once or twice, you know, train half harder than beat a guy. But at this level, you can't leave any stone unturned. So, yeah, that's the way. And it is. You do the technical work, you do the mental work, you do the imagery, you do all of that. But then some days you're just on the bag, you say, just smash that bag, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah. But have you, and you have to name names, but have you ever had a fighter who's racked with self-doubt? It just doesn't seem to come with
imposter
the territory.
syndrome. Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the fighters, and it's never the ones who put up the biggest front. Are the ones who usually are the ones who have the most insecurities and need the most reassurance.
What, they sit down and say, I just don't think I can beat him, or I just
no, but you know they need a lot of managing and talking and guiding, and reassurance, I would say. And
it's I think it's against the law to talk to you and not ask one question about Tyson Fury. What's the latest? Do you think he'll fight Fury or AJ?
I do believe he'll fight again because he has so much to offer, and the sport is lesser because of his absence. And I agree. I believe he's got some unfinished business. I don't know. I just sense I don't know anything that you don't know or any boxing fan doesn't know. And there's been no real discussions like that with him. And I've not been in contact with him a whole lot. But I think he's enjoying himself at the moment. He got remarried there. You saw that. I'm not sure you follow him.
Did you make the cut? He renewed his vows for a third time. Did you? You're his cousin. Listeners don't know. Did you not make the cut for this one?
No, I didn't. No, I could have been a flower boy or something, but I didn't get this shout.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Brilliant,
today,
Andy.
Yeah, Max. Just before I go,
yeah.
What did you do yesterday? One of the best podcasts out there.
What a guy! Get him on. Get Andy on.
We'll get you on. Oh, that's super kind of you.
Listen to it, I'm thinking what will I do? You know, what would I say? You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
No, that is very kind of you, Andy. I appreciate that.
Didn't even ask him to.
I didn't say. He just said. There we go. I know.
What a great guest.
We will do. That's good. Yeah, boxing trainer. We had Dame Mary Beard on the other day. We all live different lives. Thank you, Andy. That's made me feel 10 feet tall.
Look at that, like a sort of trainer you need. Now go out there and smash it.
He's probably never listened, but he knew he needed. If I'm going to get in the ring and if I'm going to knock out Simon Jordan, I needed to feel 10 feet tall. Andy Lee there, boxing trainer, of course, and you can hear Talman versus Dillian Whyte on talkSPORT this weekend. Jim says getting a world-class boxing trainer to build you up for the birthday spread is low. No, there he is. Andy Lee's in my corner. You've got nowhere to hide, Charlie Baker. It is Max Rushden, Charlie Baker, with you until 4 this afternoon. Drive is a Premier League launch show from the stunning roof terrace here at the News Building. Andy and Benty will have Gabby Bonlahor, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy alongside them. Fans from all 20 Premier League clubs to quiz them ahead of the season opener on talkSPORT tomorrow night. Just gone 2. Here's Tom Clayton with the sport.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Commercial vehicles built around your business. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
Max, thank you. Good afternoon. It's no excuse, but Liverpool will need more time to mesh this season. The words of Arne Slot, who's spoken exclusively to talkSPORT.
The playing style between Jurgen and me is not so different that it takes ages for them to be adapted to.
Yes.
Now players need to adapt to each other, and we also brought different profiles in.
He also refused to be drawn when asked about Mark Gahey. Liverpool kick off the Premier League campaign tomorrow night against Bournemouth, live and exclusively on talkSPORT. Hear our whole sit-down with the Liverpool boss tomorrow morning on breakfast. Elsewhere, the man accused of driving his car into the Liverpool fans at the club's Premier League victory parade is facing 24 new charges. 53-year-old Paul Doyle from West Kirby has already been charged with wounding with intent, GBH with intent and attempted GBH. Meanwhile, Chelsea players will be donating 15% of their Club World Cup winnings to the family of Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. The players each received almost £400,000 from the £11 million pot. Now, what's the feeling among Spurs fans after last night's Super Cup defeat to PSG? Clive Allen's optimistic.
We're playing probably the best side in Europe, if not the world, at the moment. And it was disciplined. Certainly, it looked like they knew exactly what they were doing, which was, vitally important as the season approaches.
So heading into the new season, would winning another cup be good enough? Simon Jordan thinks the fans want even more.
Levy's die is cast with certain sections of the Tottenham fan base, because if they go and win League Cups and FA Cups, it'll be considered by that fan base as not particularly relevant, because they should be winning Premier Leagues.
Get more, including news of a potential bid for Eberechi Eze on talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
Boys have outperformed girls at A-level for the first time since 2018 as results reveal a sharp regional divide. And Sir Keir Starmer's hosted Ukraine's president at Downing Street, where a powerful sense of unity was agreed. Emma has more at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Get a free vehicle safety check at all of our 600 centres nationwide to keep you safe on the road. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Another dry day for most of us with very warm sunshine, a few heavy and maybe thundery showers in northern areas with the odd light shower in the west.
Good afternoon. It is the world's biggest sports radio station, talkSPORT. Max Rush and Charlie Baker with you until 4.
Yes.
I've had a bit of feedback, Charlie.
Okay, is it good?
It's not the best
You
for
don't
me.
often read the good feedback out.
Max Rushden is not funny or entertaining.
Oh.
Get this. This is a low blow. Drags Charlie down to his level of banality. When is Paul back? I'm dragging you down.
No, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Oh, it's all right. I'll get Andy
Look.
in. You come over here and I'll knock you out.
I listen to. You've got Andy Lee on your side.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be trained as a heavyweight champion. Don't come at me.
I listened to this show yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It was very, very good.
Oh, thanks so much.
Very, very funny. I tell you when I listened to it yesterday, I was driving I was in Devon yesterday.
Uh-huh.
My nephew's...
You've never mentioned Devon?
I know. Have I ever said I'm from there?
I'm very I'm from there.
Put it on for a bit.
Yeah, it's good.
I lay it on a bit thicker.
You do it
I'm
a bit
talking
thicker
about it.
on your stand-up.
Yeah, when I'm standing there, it's just how it is. It's like a character.
Yeah.
No one actually talks like that. Oh, the whole of Devon.
Hello.
They're all like that. And then when they realise you're not from Devon,
yeah.
hello, there I was on. Hello, John. Yes, Jim. Anyway, I went down. I was in Teignmouth. My dad volunteers for the RNLI next to the beach. Mm-hmm. And there was some mackerel fishing, Max.
Oh, okay.
2 hours mackerel fishing. How much are you paying?
I'm not
for
paying.
2 hours mackerel fishing.
I don't want any mackerel. I don't want to go
but
fishing.
Why not?
Because I don't like mackerel and I don't like fishing.
Is that like a nice day out for you? Do you know what they use for mackerel fishing, Max? Feathers.
Feathers?
Feathers.
I didn't know that.
Mackerel think it's something to eat.
I spent 8 hours piranha fishing in the Amazon.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's just like mackerel fishing, just the fish that don't bite are piranhas. You never see one. It's a total racket.
Did you catch?
If you find yourself in the Amazon and they say, "Do you want to go piranha fishing?" Because it sounds like, if you fall in, they'll bite you down to the bone in 8 seconds. It's a racket. There aren't any.
Anyway, the guy running the mackerel fishing, I took a photo of it. I sent it to you. No one's really enjoyed it, but I've enjoyed it very much. Was Tom Cruise? His name is Tom Cruise.
Excellent.
Call Tom Cruise.
Right.
Shall I give his number out or not? If you want to go, I don't know. Are you allowed?
Is it the same one?
Am I allowed to advertise someone's mackerel fishing business?
Unless they sponsor the show.
11 till 1 daily, mackerel fishing. Tom Cruise in Timoth. Looks good.
Tom.
It's,
Does he do his own stunts?
£25.
Does that one do his own stunts?
Yeah.
How's Tom Cruise still got?
If you don't catch anything, he goes, well, it is Mission Impossible
really
or
good.
something like that, you know. And I went fishing on my holiday.
Yeah.
And burnt my eyelids, Max. And I thought that was a nice text topic.
Were you asleep? Were you just...
Yeah. Burnt my eyelids. No fishing in the sea. Didn't catch anything.
Yeah.
Burnt my eyelids. And I wondered if a good text topic was, I burnt my...
Oh, bleep. ...
81089. I burnt my...
Sounds like you're trying to take the show into the gutter, which what Dave in Guildford has done. I had a
that's
tricky
nice. Good
bladder
morning, Dave.
infection,
Afternoon, Dave.
says Dave.
Oh, yes.
This is the text topic, and it was my birthday. I had a tricky bladder infection, ended up having to have an appointment with a urologist. He put a cytoscope down the eye. I think that's where
What have you had down the eye?
No, Charlie. To see what was going on.
The London Eye.
When he was finished, I call it the London Eye. When he'd finished, I told him it was my birthday, and he gave me a picture of my inflamed bladder as a present, says Dave in Guildford.
That's nice.
That is really nice. Afternoon, says Jack, a Wolves fan in Cornwall.
Afternoon, Jack.
I was a spinner. I'm blessed with a good head of hair.
Well done, Jack.
I was questioned by an umpire during a match about my hair product and the effect it may have on the ball. I was not intentionally trying to tamper with the ball, however. A conference was called between the umpires and the two captains. The outcome was the batting team captain were quite happy with the situation. They were 240 for 2.
Yeah, that's
I think
what it was.
They had something to do with the captain's decision. Got some big news. Some big news here. And this is the power of this show. Because it was only an hour ago I was talking about Paul Robinson and Lassiter.
Yes.
In the last hour, Stefan Dennis has been announced as the 12th contestant joining Strictly.
You are an influencer.
I am. Gonna make you feel good.
Can we find Stefan Dennis's single, please? Don't it make you feel good? 'Cause it's always worth hearing.
It will mean nothing to these people, all these youngsters.
This is the exact kind of conversation that earns Max that feedback.
Says Adam.
Stop talking nonsense and talk sport.
Oh,
this is the bit.
Just cheer up, Adam.
Adam.
Cheer up, Adam.
That's very
it's
short.
Okay.
You can't talk sport 24/7. He says.
People do
on
try.
A radio station.
People do try.
Max doesn't like mackerel. This is from Ben McFarlane, one of the thinking drinkers.
I like this.
Beautiful British fish.
Keep your woke lefty liberal guardian opinions to yourself.
Stop the boats.
That's what he's saying.
Going out to catch mackerel.
Absolutely. Totally disagree with the listener who feels Max is not funny.
I think you're funny, Max.
I've been listening to H&J for more years than I wish to remember, and I love the show. Max and Charlie equally as funny.
I wouldn't say equally.
Come on. You've got to pick one of us. You've got to pick one of me or Charlie.
Very much a supply teacher situation. What else you got there, Max?
Well, I got some bits.
Style. What have you got for us, Andy?
Oh, okay, I thought you'd never ask. Gemma Collins, what's the point? Brits are going to comical lengths to maximise their holiday wardrobe, including donning multiple layers of clothing. A study reveals 72% of people have turned up at check-in with overweight or oversized items. Many are resorting to creative ways to work around limits of carry-on bags and luggage in the hold. 54% say they've worn extra outfits. 28%, but this has got to be nonsense. 28% of people donning 4 layers of clothing to get on an aeroplane.
Yeah, well,
it's dressed like the Michelin Man.
This is a conversation. And this is sort of conversation.
Was this a conversation?
This is a conversation that will get me on the breakfast show on Talk TV.
Okay, here we go. Okay, good. Look down the barrel and say, come over here.
I don't know.
So go on our holidays.
What do you think, Max, of this, right?
Okay,
So when are you paying extra for luggage, right? Mm-hmm. What about the big fatty fatsos getting on the plane?
Charlie Baker, that's body shaming.
Same thing.
It's body shaming and rude.
What's
I thought better of you. I hate to pull my woke lefty liberal card out. People just have different sized bodies.
I know people have different sized bodies.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying. So where the weight's in the bag or in the This is why I'm going for the show. I'm asking you the question.
Wow, it's like sitting next to Julia Hartley-Brewer, isn't it?
I'm making a good point. Looking at the producer,
of course
he's shaking his head.
Textboard will go like, finally,
yeah,
Charlie's
finally,
talking sense."
someone's saying that.
Ski jumping competitors have
Oh,
been
yeah.
accused of using
They've been cheating, yeah.
reinforced thread in their suit crotches to fly further. Norwegian duo Marius Lindvik and Johan Andre Forfang have been Toast of London, isn't it? Have been charged with equipment manipulation at the World Ski Championships. Former head coach Magnus says assistant Thomas Lobben and service staff member Adrian Littleton are under investigation. Norwegian sports chiefs have admitted the team tried to cheat the system after a video emerged of the alterations being made. Why would putting extra strong thread in the crotch of your salopettes affect how far you ski jump? I don't know. Or is it to make them look more impressive as they went down?
Like you saying it's like a sort of pair of socks.
Yeah. Is that what Is that what they do? It's a bit like the sprinters do. Do
they do that?
Or they don't do it. I don't know.
No. I don't know. There must be a scientific reason.
Is there any ski jumpers listening?
Yeah.
If there's one, do you reckon there's one person listening who has done a ski jump?
How do you even practice a ski jump, Max?
Well, you've not seen the jump.
I didn't see the jump.
You never
no.
see the reality show, The Jump.
No, I didn't see it.
It's an absolutely terrible show because everybody who went on dislocated their knee because they were actually doing a ski jump. But also, when you see an amateur ski jump, it looks so bad.
Yeah.
So televisually it was awful, and also all the competitors basically died.
Oh,
and it didn't look as good.
No.
But I don't know. It's the sort of thing I imagine you'd have been asked to do at some point.
Oh no, I've not done that one.
Okay.
Eventually, when they got down the list,
yeah, because everyone has to put their legs.
Exactly, yeah.
So, if you have ever done a ski jump, did you enhance your crotch?
How did you enhance your crotch? 8, 10, 89?
Adam, who didn't like the bit 10 minutes ago, is not going to be enjoying this bit. It's sport. Ski jumping is a sport, Adam. So look,
we're talking sport.
Wind it in. I've got a world-class boxing trainer who's a big fan.
You're using that now like you've got security.
I'm going to get in massive shape, and then I'm going to ask all the people who don't like me on the text board to come down, just stand in orderly queue, and I'll knock each one of you out one by one. And we'll put it on talkSPORT's YouTube channel, and it'll go down incredibly well.
People would love that.
People would love it.
That would go down very well. You mentioned the GC there. There's never been a clip from this show go online quicker than when we had Gemma Collins on the show.
Oh, really?
And we had been told several wrong bits of information about her.
Oh, no.
That she called us out on all of them.
Good. Anyway, best of luck to Stefan Dennis in Strictly. We'll be supporting you and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Equally, what a strike partnership that would be. It is Max Rush and Charlie Baker with you until 4. Good news for everybody who actually wants to listen to some sport. We'll do some EFL and Carabao Cup with Adrian Clark next. And now the NFL returns to Wembley on October. The Los Angeles Rams take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars? I sort of sometimes say Jaguars, sometimes Jaguars.
They call them Jaguars in America.
I'll go with them then, Jaguars.
Okay, yeah.
Our competition to win VIP tickets is now open. Yes. That's right, it says here. We're giving you the chance to win 6 seats in a private box at Wembley, full hospitality, £5,000 spending money. And here is Charlie Baker to tell you how to enter.
For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by 25th of August at 11 p.m. 18 plus UK, excluding Northern Ireland. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full T's and C's at talksport.com.
I did inquire why it's excluding Northern Ireland. There is some rule about quizzes. So I don't
That's
know.
what it is. I don't think it's anything to do with anything but that.
Yeah. It's nothing personal.
I mean, if it is,
that'd be weird.
Every single time.
Yeah, I know. It's every time. Surely let them enter one of them. Anyway, let's talk Carabao Cup, EFL, and a bit of Arsenal as well with former Arsenal midfielder Adrian Clarke. Hey, Clarkey.
Hello, good afternoon, boys.
Good afternoon. Really nice good. Nice to see you, as always. It was a decent round one in the Carabao Cup. Some good games last night. Delighted for Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. What a performance, because I was at Leicester at the weekend when they fielded actually quite a strong-looking 11, but you looked at the bench and it was full of kids, really, people that have not really had any league experience. And all those guys had a chance at Bolton Wanderers. Obviously a tough game for them away. And they get themselves a 3-3 draw. A really spirited performance. A cracking goal in there, I think, from Sakira, who's one of the newbies. And they took it to pens and they won on penalties. Piers Charles, one of the sort of prize assets, I guess, for Sheffield Wednesday at the moment. He was the hero in the shootout. Got to say that the fans really impressed me at Leicester at the weekend. They all stuck together for that protest. And boy, did they get behind the team. It must, even though these are dark times at the club, with a little bit of sort of sun on the horizon maybe, the fans and the players so connected, and it's really good to see that.
Yeah, just a bit of breaking news that Newcastle have agreed a deal to sign Jacob Ramsey. Someone will say in my ears how many millions of pounds it is, but it's a good signing for Newcastle. And I guess Villa, 38 million. 38 million. Holy moly, that's a lot of money. I mean,
it's market, isn't it? It's the market.
Isn't it? But anyway, that's some good for Villa's PSR as well, isn't it? They might be able to go into the transfer market. The thing is, I think, for Wednesday fans, is to think, I think before the season started, people thought they were going to get gubbed 4-5-0 if they managed to get a team out. And, and of course, it's a long season and it's arduous, the Championship. But there is enough hope to go, they could give it a go with what they have.
Yeah, they're playing for the badge, definitely. It was a really, courageous performance at Leicester. Ultimately, they probably deserved to be on the end of a loss, but they covered themselves in a little bit of glory. And to go to Bolton with a bunch of really untried players and to prevail, I think gives them great encouragement. There's also a bit of news there because I think the embargo, or part of the embargo, has been lifted. Liam Cooper, who of course was Leeds captain, he's been heavily linked with a move there. So if he goes there, that might just provide a bit more encouragement for other out-of-contract players to think, oh, well, if Liam's up for it, maybe I fancy Hillsborough as well. So yeah, you can just see a little bit of light now at Sheffield Wednesday.
A 2-0...
Some green sprouts,
as
green
Boz
sprouts.
would say. A 2-0 thrashing for League One Exeter, who took League Two Cheltenham a little bit lightly last night, Adrian.
Right, Cheltenham are rubbish.
I know they've lost their first 2 games, so,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cheltenham. Yeah. Look, it's a decent enough home win for Cheltenham. I can't tell you too much more about that particular game, really.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were being comprehensive. I'll go to something else. Birmingham played. They have a goal disallowed, and there was a goal that shouldn't have stood from the halfway line, but I think the ref let it go because it was such a good goal.
Which is how game referees should ref the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You wouldn't want to disallow that one. I mean, what a goal that was from Gus Hamer. Absolutely superb. Look, it was a 2-1 tonking from Birmingham to Sheffield United. I know they hit the post, but I mean, touches in the opposition box are a stat I like to use because it tells a bit of a story, okay? In this match, Birmingham City, 43 touches in Sheffield United's box. The Blades, one touch inside Birmingham's box. And this is Sheffield United, a team that almost got promoted to the Premier League. So even though both teams sort of made loads of changes, it's pretty apparent that Birmingham are the team that have real strength in depth, real quality in reserve, and maybe Sheffield United don't. So, this was a real, good performance, I think, from Birmingham.
Yeah, quick word on Jay Stansfield, who is, I think, looking like a really good player. He was fantastic in League One, scored loads of goals, and I think he's going to score loads of goals in the Championship.
Yeah.
Had a loan spell at Exeter after his dad used to play there as well. I know that, but a great story and a really good player, isn't he?
Yeah, I played against Adam Stansfield. He was some striker. He really was. When he was at Yeovil, scored in the FA Trophy final against me when I was at Stevenage. So sad what happened to him, but he'd be so proud, wouldn't he, of Jay, the progress that he's made. He was the big money signing last year, delivered, got helped them get promoted, and it's telling, I think, that he's still in the team. Chris Davis wants him in there. I think you've got Furuhashi and Stansfield that could actually form a really potent partnership. They both scored already this season. They both scored in this game, Furuhashi and Stansfield. So, exciting times, really, for Birmingham City. Stansfield's goal, great composure, sort of sold a nice dummy. It was deflected, but he's got something about him, Jay Stansfield. He's wiry sort of striker, quick, runs the channels, but he knows how to finish as well. So, really, really good start to the season for Birmingham. I'm at Blackburn, Birmingham for talkSPORT 2 on Saturday, so I'll get to see them in the flesh.
Just on Birmingham, Wayne Rooney he's got the Wayne Rooney Show, new podcast, and he's a bit annoyed with Tom Brady. I think in the Birmingham documentary, Tom Brady at one point said he was a little worried about our head coach's work ethic. I think we all know that Wayne Rooney is a hard-working guy, don't we?
Well, on the pitch he was, certainly, wasn't he? Look, he's described it as very unfair. I would tend to agree. Look, I think Tom Brady was only there for a day, and that was his impression. It might have been a light session that day, ahead of a match and whatnot. So, a little bit harsh. I think you can level a few things at Wayne Rooney in terms of, tactics and his coaching and success or otherwise in the dugout. But I think he works pretty hard. And there's also nothing wrong with delegating, is there? Mm-hmm. If you're the manager, but you know that the other guy, your number two, is a brilliant coach, let them do it.
Yeah.
Go and do it. So I don't think delegating should be, impact on your view on that person's work ethic personally. So I'm with Wazza on this one.
Yeah, totally agree. Charlie, you could just read out that clip for me and ask the question to Clarky. Could you?
Sure. Legendary former Arsenal captain Tony Adams has gone viral this morning after calling for Mikel Arteta to replace Martin Odegaard as captain. What? Here he is speaking at an independent sport event. What is this?
It's a clip. Clarky's an Arsenal.
He's got a really big call to make this year. And for me, he hasn't done it. And the call is to make Declan Rice the captain. So I think Declan is my kind of captain, and what it might do, it might free Odegaard up to play with a bit more freedom. As a manager, you have to put someone that reflects you, that reflects the football club, that you think you can actually take it to the next level.
Does he reflect Arteta?
Odegaard
Does Declan Rice
for me.
reflect Arteta?
I think he's better than Arteta. I think he's a winner. He's got standards, he's got principles. So going on and winning leagues, to win league titles, you have to be a Klopp, you have to be a Ferguson, you have to lead by example, you have to be a winner, you have to go about your business, and that reflects in your captain. And by making Odegaard a captain is a reflection of Odegaard and of Arteta, and I can really see that. And I'm seeing Declan Rice as a captain, but I'm saying to Arteta, come on, step up now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I sort of rambled around a bit, Clarky, but what do you make of it?
Look, I love Tony. He was a great captain himself. Lucky, privileged to play with him, but I disagree with this. Look, Declan Rice is an actual captain. I think we all know that. Probably a future England captain, might well be a future Arsenal captain, but I don't think he needs to have the armband. And I wouldn't criticise Odegaard at all. I think he leads by example really well. He's one of the most hard-working players in the team. He's unified that group. I mean, if you look at Arsenal, There's no issues in that dressing room, is there? There's absolutely zero problems with players or personalities that are moaning and groaning. Everyone is together and united and singing off the same hymn sheet. And I think Ødegaard plays a big part in pulling the group together alongside Arteta. And yeah, look, it's great that you got both, but you don't need Rice to wear the armband for Arsenal to suddenly go from second to first, in my opinion.
Slightly Freudian, you went second to third there, Clarky.
But no, it's a bit of a nonsense for as far as I'm concerned. I'm really happy with the choice of Ødegaard. Do you want him to play a bit better? Didn't have the best season last year, but I don't think that's because of the burden of captaincy at all. I'm more than happy with him with the armband, mate.
Good stuff. Thanks for coming on, Clarky.
Thanks, Clarky.
Yeah, see you later.
Adrian Clark, who is one of the world's best at how tall are they? He's in the last 16.
Who's the fixture?
What's the game? Oh, it's a big game.
Who won last week? Not that I wasn't listening, of course.
It was Normal Person. Beat Barry Glendenning 1-0. This week, Danny Kelly takes on Perry Groves, 9:45 a.m. as the all-new former game day warm-up from 9 o'clock with me and you on Saturday morning. We're going to do some rugby league.
Go get
in
it.
Just a second.
When was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free-kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season, there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
Gonna make her feel good. Gonna make her feel good.
Gonna make her.
Such great news.
Gonna make her feel good.
Steph and Dennis in Strictly. Suddenly, I thought Jimmy Floyd had all my attention. I mean, not that I ever watch it, but now I am tempted. Might be interesting to see how he does. Paul Robinson, after that leg injury, he had the explosion at Lassiter's.
Yeah, I don't.
Hopefully be all right. Okay. Hey, time now to select our dream team with the Sun all this week. 11 different talkSPORT presenters going to be selecting 11 players for their dream team. We've each got a budget of 50 million.
Yeah.
You need a goalkeeper, defenders, midfielders, and at least one striker. So pick a team. Who have you got, Charlie?
I think I've absolutely smashed it, Max.
Okay, good for you.
I've even got £500,000 left over.
Great. Why don't we buy something with that?
I've mainly gone on players that I recognise the names of.
Okay.
Because you know me and my Premier League knowledge.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly one of the...
In the know. You're not in the know.
No, I'm not one of those.
That's okay.
Sells. Matt Sells in goal.
Okay.
Van Dijk, Cucurella, Branthwaite and Cash.
Mm-hmm. Branthwaite and Cash does sound like a detective show.
Very nice. Defence. Hudson-Odoi, Wharton, Grealish and Souček in midfield. Pretty good. Haaland and Salah up front.
You put it in the WhatsApp group. Andy Jacobs says Branthwaite's out with a hamstring injury, if that matters.
Well, look, I'll drop him for Saturday.
Well, I'm not. I've joined my football team have a fantasy league, and even though I used to host a show called Fantasy Football, I find it hard to keep up. I've got a busy life.
But maybe with the Sun Dream Team, Max, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but I'm going to do no transfers.
Maybe it's less like homework with the Sun Dream Team.
Really well solved there. Players will earn points.
Less like doing your accounts every day of your life.
Players will earn points for appearances, creating chances, shots on target, assists, goals, clean sheets and tackles. Players will lose points for yellow and red cards, missing penalties or scoring own goals. Your dream team will earn points from Premier League, domestic and European Cup competitions. That was Charlie Baker's 11 chosen players for their dream team from the Sun.
Dream Team from the Sun on talkSPORT. Download the Dream Team app or visit dreamteamfc.com. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Still a bit of rugby league.
Yeah.
Hull KR absolutely dominating the whole thing. James Bachelor is one of their best players. Second row for them. He joins us now. Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Afternoon, fellas. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Is that fair to say one of the best? Where would you put yourself in the Hull KR squad?
I don't think that's what I'd say. I'll leave that to other people to judge.
One of the best in your family? Because I know your brother plays as well.
Yeah, the best.
Humble on one level and absolutely on the other. Not at all.
Brother in the mud, yeah.
Okay, so how important is it? You're top, but you're what? You're 4 points clear of Wigan, aren't you? How does it matter coming top? How much does that help going into the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to be top come the end of the season. There's a trophy on the line for finishing top of the regular season, and we want that one before we look at the playoffs. So it's a big thing, to be crowned the sort of the most consistent, the best team over the course of the full season, and we really want that tag.
It's been very hot recently. How is a game of rugby? It looks like it's a lot of running. Is it? You don't really get the chance to stop that much. How is that in 30 degrees?
Yeah, you probably underestimate the difference a couple of degrees makes. It does make it a lot hotter, and some of the bigger boys can struggle a little bit more in the heat. It makes it a lot more difficult, but it makes for a more entertaining game sometimes, and some people are getting a bit more tired and the game becomes a bit more expansive.
I joke slightly about your brother playing as well, but you came through the academy at Wakefield Trinity, didn't you? Together. Do you think that's affected you as a player? Do you think that's given you that competitive angle a bit more?
I think, we used to play in the garden all the time, and there were always sort of fights and scraps going on there, which definitely helped us. We're definitely competitive in everything we do, whether it's rugby or not. But, I think growing up with him and playing so much with him and him being, 3.5 years older probably helped me that a little bit, that I were always playing with bigger people and having to get my head around tackle the big blokes.
Now, I've got a stupid question here, James. Right, so I'm looking at the league table, right? There's 12 teams in the league. You play each team twice, so that should be 22 games. You've played 21 and there are 6 games left. But I don't understand what that's about, James. Have I made a massive mathematical error there, or have you just got 1 game left?
No, so you're right about the 6 games left. We have a thing called sort of loop fixtures. So you play half of the teams in the league 3 times instead of twice, which is where you get the extra games from. Yeah. I think next year they're going up to 14 teams in the league and get on about getting rid of those loop fixtures. So that might make it a bit easier for you to work out the maths on that next season.
And why do they do that? Just there are high-profile games. It's I know, like in the Australian A-League, they do that as well in the football, because there are just some games that get massive attendances, so they want to have them more to promote the game. Does it always change the teams you play 3 times or not?
Yeah, so it changes year to year, but they sort of work it out depending on where you finish that season. I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you finish in an odd-numbered place this season, you would have played the even-numbered teams 3 times the following year. So you sort of know who you're playing, but you don't know whether it'll be home or away. I think they do it, more so there's more games that they can get on Sky for people to watch and get more fans in the stadium.
Do you ever go, God, we've got them 3 times and they're brilliant?
Well, Hull KR are the best.
Well, I know, but you must go, God, we don't want to play them 3 times.
No, I don't think it's like that. It changes year to year. I think we've had Salford 3 times this year, and going into the season, you think that's going to be 3 really tough games off the back of the last couple of years they've had, and no one could really foresee what's going on there this year.
They've had a tough time, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and how different those games have been to what you'd probably expect at the start of the year. So it swings in roundabouts, really.
You're called up to Sean Wayne's 32-man squad. I know you had the weekend with him a while back. We've had him on the show. He doesn't suffer fools gladly. I don't know what that weekend was like, but I think he's quite a hard guy. Looking forward to the Ashes. You must be hoping for a call-up.
Yeah, that's the goal. Obviously, like I said, the first goal is this League Leaders Shield, and it'll be the playoffs, and then hopefully I've done enough over that period of time to get in the squad, and then it'll be try and get in the team for those games and go and win that series. But yeah, we've met up a couple of times with him now. He's pretty straight to the point with what he wants, what he expects from us. Over the remaining part of the season to be in his squad, and I had a sort of one-to-one chat at length with him once when he came over to Hull and met some of us boys who were in the squad there. So good to sort of get inside his head and know what he's looking for and what he likes in the game and what he thinks I need to improve on as well.
Yeah, it must be exciting as well to have that Ashes series come back after quite a long time. And do you think you can do it against the Aussies?
Yeah, I'm excited for the series. I grew up on it was Great Britain, then not England. But getting up early morning and watching, them big clashes down under. I remember some pretty famous ones and a lot of punches being thrown. I don't think we'll be allowed to do. It will be the same with the rules over here now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really excited. And I believe in the squad that we've got. The players that are playing in Super League and those that are going to come over and join the England squad from the NRL, that we definitely got the capability to do it, especially with the home support behind us.
It's a nice idea to say, which Australian would you most like to punch? Well, but obviously you don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that question. But look, I know the NRL is absolutely enormous, isn't it? And it's that is incredibly tough because of just how much investment is in the game, certainly in New South Wales.
Yeah, over there it's. I guess you'd say the equivalent to football over here. It's the big sport which all the players are the big superstars that sort of everyone knows when they're walking down the street. They get the most media attention and things like that. So you have all that backing. You know, you get the best athletes wanting to go on that as their first choice sport. So it's massive over there, and it's the NRL, the National Rugby League, and it is a national sport over there, whereas we're competing with football and things like that to get the media attention and all that. But I'm really excited for the challenge.
All right, good stuff. Thanks so much for coming on, James.
No worries, thank you.
James Bachelor there, second row for Hull KR. They're top of the league, 4 points clear of Wigan Warriors at the moment. On talkSPORT 2 on Saturday, Hull FC, who are 6th, take on the Lee Leopards, who are in 3rd place.
They're my team, Lee Leopards, Max.
Why is that?
Just like the cut of their jib.
Oh, good stuff. We've had a text from a ski jumper.
Okay, great.
But Reese James is going to come in. So I don't want to tell you, it's quite a long text. I think we get Reese James in, have that.
Yeah, have the discussion.
Right, look, I'm just to tease you later in the show. Jakob, the only ski jumper currently listening, will tell us about reinforced crotches. But Spurs fan and comedian Reese James has written a book, and he's going to flog it in just a second. Good afternoon, you're listening to TalkSPORT Jacobs on TalkSPORT. Max Ross and Charlie Baker with you until 4. Comedian and Tottenham fan Reese James has written a book. You'll like it when you get there. And he's in the studio. Hey, Reese, you okay?
Hello. Great to be here. Sorry if you thought you were getting the real Reese James. He's not available. He's not written a book.
He's not written a book, has he?
One of these days.
If he wrote a book, he'd get injured.
Yeah. It's his wrist.
We were just chatting about whether you liked writing a book.
Loved writing it.
Okay.
Don't
like flogging it.
Not enjoying today, but that's what the book's about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about dread and it's about sort of social anxiety a little bit. You know, you've got to sprinkle a bit of men's mental health in there these days, or it's not a book, is it?
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it doesn't
important
count.
to talk about it as well.
But it's because, I'm used to stand-up where you're just trying to be funny every 10 seconds, effectively. And I am trying to be funny every sentence, but I'm doing it in a slightly more vulnerable way in the book and being a bit more honest and a bit more open.
Yeah.
And it's freaking me out.
Right. And is it like, oh, no, now people who know me will read it.
Yep.
And I don't want them to read it.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of negotiating with my girlfriend of like, can I say this? And it was like, absolutely not. Not about her, but just sort of general life. There was a lot of like, obviously get rid of that. We've got to see those people.
Yeah.
So some of that, lawyers get involved. They say, I'm not reading that.
And the difference with that and stand-up a lot of the time is stand-up is quite ephemeral, isn't it? It sort of comes in and goes out, and you say it, and you don't have to say it again if it didn't work.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, it doesn't live in everyone's head forever. It sort of lives in the moment.
Especially yours.
Yeah, exactly. God, yeah, I'm not even in the moment. I've switched off, I'm full autopilot. The problem is, I'm not suggesting this is going to live in everyone's head forever. I just mean you can go back over a line and go, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Whereas in stand-up, it's like, I've moved on.
Yeah.
That's what's scary about it.
So if you're, it's about shyness. I saw you talking about it actually on, you were on a was it Sunday Brunch?
Sunday Brunch.
Yeah. You were saying
who hosts that these days? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's basically talking about shyness as an adult, but you said you couldn't call it shyness.
You can't. That's why the phrase social anxiety was invented, and social battery is because you can't say you're shy as a grown-up. It's so infantilizing that it feels like you're sort of hiding behind your dad's leg or something.
Yeah.
It's pathetic, isn't it? And so we just go, social anxiety. Now it's fine. Now I can say what I like. But really, come on. We know what you mean. We know what you mean. You don't want to hang out.
Right. And I suppose this, it's an odd, people will say, so the cliche question is, it's an odd thing to become a comedian.
Yeah.
If you have social anxiety. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the only comedian that sort of has talked about.
No, I think I am. I think this is. I think
I finally found the other ones are making it up.
First one to say it.
The anxious comedian.
The sole comedian with mental health issues.
Yeah.
I'm the only anxious one. Yeah, well, comedy is a way of controlling the conversation, isn't it? I mean, it's literally against the rules to talk to me. So it's the perfect job for an introvert.
Yeah, there's a. I don't know if you've ever seen there's a great Seinfeld documentary where he goes back and talks about his first ever set and goes back and plays The Room again. And he says, I can talk to all of you, but I can't talk to any of you.
Yeah. That is exactly how
he can
it
talk
feels,
to a room full of 2,000 people, but he would not want to talk to any of them on their own. But I suppose that's the thing. With stand-up, you sort of put on a jacket and
and also
sometimes
it's like,
literally and get on there. But
the book's about dread and dreading things and trying to get out of things. And I do dread every gig, and I do try and get out of every gig. But you just, before you know it, your legs have carried you to the stage, and sort of, I've got to a point where I have to do it, or I can't survive financially.
Sure.
So,
but before a gig, are you now like, because I guess, when I did my first ever, you may not remember it, Radio Cambridgeshire and August Bank Holiday in the early 2000s.
Who doesn't remember that?
But, absolutely bricking it before that. Like before my first Soccer AM, I couldn't, honestly, I dropped my phone in the toilet. I was just like, everything was terrifying. And now it's like, I've just got a show, it'll be fine.
Now you're dead behind the eyes, you couldn't care less.
Exactly,
You're asleep at the wheel.
Phoning it in. Couldn't care about this. Not my show, not my audience. Could decimate this. But do you still have, now you're so experienced, before a gig or before a Mock the Week or whatever show, are you still having that dread?
I don't have it in the same way. So it's not like, heart racing and butterflies and stomach sort of thing. But I do find myself saying things out loud like, this doesn't matter anyway. I'm just going home after, so who cares? And it took me years to realise that's just nerves. That's what how my nerves are manifesting. Right. And pretty much every gig I've ever done, I've sort of hoped the venue will just set on fire so we don't have to do it. And then I got asked to go and do Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. Really big deal, really big showcase to the sort of Hollywood industry. And it literally did set on fire before the gig.
It was on fire.
It set on fire. We didn't do it. I flew to Montreal. We didn't do the show.
And you were relieved.
And I was so
relieved. What
relieved.
mean by Hollywood dream?
Yeah. It's literally burning down before you. I was so relieved, and every other comic on the bill was absolutely gutted, right? And my argument was, this is living in the moment. Yes. You're worried about your future not being good anymore. We don't have to do the gig. I was scared of the gig. But everyone said, I've never seen you so chipper. And it was hard to argue because I had gone to the shop and bought champagne for everyone.
So it's like it is an extension of like everyone's dream is whoever you're going to see that evening cancels.
Yeah,
right? I mean that is the best
That's
thing in the
it.
world,
It's
right?
celebrating cancelled plans. Yeah, it's just going like, oh, thank God I don't have to actually go and do that. That's what it is all about, really. Is that central feeling of everything in life.
And there is a Tottenham chapter in this.
Well, what better team to support if your life is filled with dread and angst than a team that really push that narrative on you constantly? A nearly good team who sort of gaslight you with hope every year. I mean, literally last night.
Yeah, amazing.
A tournament. I was not interested in that game. I was just like, well, we're going to lose 8-0. Who cares? 10 minutes in, you're like, we're playing quite well. Oh my God. Right. I'm sat on the edge of my seat. Of course it gets to 83 minutes and then we throw it away because we can't do it the easy way. If we just lost 8-0, I'd be like, yeah, I told you.
Totally.
Can wash my hands of it.
And
no,
now-
it's Spurs. We're nearly good.
Yeah, and now they're all so knackered that Tottenham will draw with Burnley on Saturday.
Burnley 1-1 is looking like it's going to happen.
Feel it.
Yeah. My son says to me often about Torquay United, they have ruined your life, Dad. You walk into any situation thinking you're 2-0 down.
Yeah,
That's
your glass half empty.
Genuinely, that has affected your psyche in your life. But I've said to Paul Hawksby recently, I think it's worse supporting Spurs than a lower league side because they do give you that hope.
I think it's like if you support a good team that are objectively good, it's a bit embarrassing if you lose, but there's enough good things that happen that it does. It sort of, who cares? You can't really take the mick. If you support like quite a bad team, then not only are you getting like the absolute euphoria at the really rare highs, but also you get to be smug about the fact that you support a lower league team.
Yeah.
And you get cheaper pints. So it sort of really adds up. Spurs is like one of the most expensive and you're getting the least joy for your money.
Yeah.
Joy per pound. It's got to be the worst possible team to support globally.
JPP.
And what was how old are you? 34. So I'm trying to think of what's the 98, 99.
Yeah.
So you had that league,
My first
Alan
sort of
Nielsen.
real hero was sort of probably Darren Anderton,
Okay.
David Ginola.
Yeah, okay.
Ginola, first player to really break my heart when he left.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with fire. I asked to burn the Ginola shirt. It was probably like an age 7. Ginola shirt. I
Amazing.
was like, I want to burn this in the garden. And my parents were like, you've got to stop getting this obsession with fire through your head because you're going to be in Montreal in a few years' time. And it's going to come back. But yeah, they were the ones. And then I was really into Simon Davies when I was a kid. I was obsessed with Simon
good
Davies.
player. Because you look a tiny bit like. Do you think there was
that what it
an
was?
air of the Simon Davies?
Yeah. We had Davies and Matty Etherington on the other.
Yeah, both from Peterborough.
Well, really?
Yeah, both signed from Peterborough.
Peterborough.
Yeah.
Wow, the double swoop.
Yeah.
The double Peterborough swoop for our wingers. My God. Really puts things in perspective.
That is a strange, not it was a good player, Simon Davies, but it's an odd hero to have.
Yeah, because he wasn't sort of a flash player. He was a bit of a workhorse. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was that. I don't know what it was about him, but I loved him. And then,
You've been hurt by Ginola, do you think?
I think so. Yeah. I needed them to have long hair, but they had to be a bit more grounded. That's what it was. From the British Isles, ideally.
Have you ever met Ginola?
No. Oh, God,
I mean, he's wonderful. Like, he's just a great guy. Like, you would love it.
I'm sorry, but I don't forgive him, so I don't want to meet him.
Wow.
You're not telling me he's in the next room.
He is, ladies and gentlemen.
Please welcome.
I can't remember. Where did he go? Did he go to Villa? Where did he go after us?
I know. Alan Brazil asked him if they have wasps.
Oh, do they have wasps in France? They have wasps in France.
It's a great clip. If we can find that clip.
And so that journey. So what was so when Spurs won the Europa League? Like, how was that? Did that feel like such an amazing moment?
Yeah. Well, there were two factors to that, which is one, I was there with my dad, and it's sort of the reason I support Spurs is because of my dad.
Yeah. Same.
And so it's sort of passed on like heart disease, isn't it? A fandom like that. It's like, why have you done this to me? And he bought me a half season ticket at Christmas, I think 2001, when I was 8 years old.
Oh, lovely.
And so we've been going ever since then, and we've sort of had almost exclusively lows since then, except the 2008 League Cup, which he didn't attend because he thought he was bad luck. You're like, no, the club is cursed. It's not you. The club is cursed. So we went to Bilbao, and so we got that incredible feeling, and just sort of like that feeling when we actually won and getting to sort of hug my dad and sort of the pressure coming off us like steam, like, oh my God, we've actually done it. But then pretty quickly, I'm like, I've got to rewrite the chapter.
Yeah.
Because this whole chapter about how we never win anything and we're pathetic. And I was like, of course, because this is Spursy to me. The 1 year I decided to actually put this on paper.
The dread was true.
The dread, and I had been, there's a little part of me that was dreading winning because I've got to go back to the drawing board. But actually, no, it was great. And it gives it much more depth because you sort of get this narrative in that particular chapter about feeling this way my whole life and it paying off. And then just last night, around 82 minutes, I thought, It comes out tomorrow. Have I got time for another rewrite? Oh, no, thankfully.
Don't worry about it. Spurs kicked in.
We'll Spurs it. We'll be fine.
So, look, everybody go and buy the book. It is called You'll Like It When You Get There. It is by Reese James, and it's great. So, and if there's one, if any of you don't buy it, I will come round. And as I said an hour ago, I was going to knock out anyone who doesn't like the show.
And you're doing some in conversations with Phil Wang, Tom Rosenthal, Fern Brady, Ivo Graham, Catherine Bohart around the country.
Around the country, and tonight, actually, in London with Ed Gamble.
Very nice.
Who's not into football, so he probably won't bring the football chapter up. But he'll talk about the rest of it.
Where's that one?
That's at London, Leicester Square Theatre in London.
Okay, well, go to that as well. Thanks, Reese.
Thank you so
much
much
for coming in. Reese James there. It is Max Rush and Shoaib Bashir here on talkSPORT. Birthday spread coming up in half an hour. We are just half an hour away from the birthday spread. Radio doesn't get bigger than this as the world number 4, me, of 4 players, takes on the world number 3, or maybe world number 2, Charlie Baker. And we'll find out in half an hour who will win with some amazing jokes. Even Andy Jacobs said yesterday, I think my jokes are terrible. So the bar is high. And we will do that in half an hour. Let's get the sports headlines now with Tom Clayton.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range, helping business owners to work better and live better. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
Max, thank you. Good afternoon. Arne Slot has exclusively told talkSPORT Season 2 brings more pressure on himself as well as the Liverpool players.
I think now we might need more time than we needed last season because the manager changed, but the players stayed the same. I've said many times that the playing style between Jurgen and me is not so different that it takes ages for them to be adapted to.
Yes.
Now players need to adapt to each other.
He's also played it coy when asked about Mark Gahey. They kick off the Premier League against Bournemouth tomorrow. Live and exclusively on talkSPORT. Hear the whole interview on breakfast tomorrow morning. Elsewhere, the man accused of driving into the crowds at Liverpool's trophy parade is facing up to 24 additional charges. 53-year-old Paul Doyle from West Kirby is facing charges of wounding with intent, GBH with intent and attempted GBH. Meanwhile, Chelsea players will be donating 15% of their bonus from the Club World Cup to the family of Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. Chelsea players each received a share of around £11 million. Now to North London, where fans are mixed about Spurs' defeat last night in the Super Cup to PSG. Some reckon it's a positive step. Others have told talkSPORT that Thomas Frank is Antonio Conte 2.0. But Simon Jordan holds some optimism for them this season.
I don't think they're going to win the Champions League. I think they're going to find difficulty winning the Premier League, but there's no reason why they're not going to win FA Cups and League Cups. We've just seen Crystal Palace win one.
And it's our understanding Newcastle have agreed a fee potentially rising above £40 million with Villa for Jacob Ramsey. The midfielder will have a medical later today. Get more from the transfer market on talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
A-level results in England, Wales and Northern Ireland point to clear regional divides, and European leaders are assessing venues for a potential meeting involving the leaders of the US, Ukraine and Russia. Emma has more at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Heatwave outside, oven inside. Stay cool this summer with a free aircon check. Book online or visit your local QuickFit today.
Another dry day for most of us with very warm sunshine, a few heavy and maybe thundery showers in northern areas and the odd light shower in the west.
I do like this text from H saying, what about Stephen Carr? Yeah, I should text that to Reese James, find out how he felt about him.
Was he?
He didn't come through the Peterborough system. Where did he come? I can't remember. I think maybe one of their own, but I might be wrong. Anyway, thank you so much to Reese James for coming in. It's Max Rush and Charlie Baker here until 4. Drive Time have their Premier League launch show today. They're doing it on the terrace outside
nice.
with Gabby Agbonlahor, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy, fans from each club as well. So that is a comprehensive look at the start of the Premier League season from 4 o'clock on Drive. Birthday spread coming up in half an hour. Let's talk to some cricketing royalty.
Oh, yes, please.
Shall we today? One of the finest batsmen England has ever produced. Just a David Gower cover drive. Nothing like it. He joins us now. David, how are you?
All the better for a million buckets of flattery. Thank you so much.
Good. And an amazing pilot as well, aren't you, David? I know you buzzed over the England cricket team once, which you've told me before on a podcast, which is very exciting.
Yeah, still without a real license, but never mind.
No, fair enough. I mean, listen, I wouldn't flatter you just because you're on. I mean, if there was a cricketer my dad loved more, I don't know, than just the way he just said Gower was so good, he would nick ones to the slips that other batsmen couldn't get close to. That's how good David Gower was.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, these little backhanded compliments, they're all grist to the mill.
Now, look, you're umpiring in a game that Charlie next to me is playing in, which does seem like the wrong way round. The Final Word, which is a great podcast with Jeff Lemon, Adam Collins, who are great guys, taking on Zero Ducks Given, hosted by Toby Tarrant, Dan Norcross, Stephen Finn, all great guys. They're all playing in a game for the Lord's Taverners, alongside him, Alex Horn, Andy Zaltzman, Sky's Matt Floyd is a very good cricketer, actually. Kate Mason as well. So many people are playing. Why
aren't you playing, Max?
I have 2 children under 4.
It's tough, isn't it,
and if I said to Mrs. Rushden, I'm going to play a cricket match, she'd probably kill me. Why are you not playing, David? Why? And are you going to umpire for the whole game?
No and no. The simple story about not playing is I took a vow many, many years ago not to play badly. Some people who watch me play Test cricket might argue I should have taken it earlier. But on retirement, it took 3 or 4 years to say, look, this is ridiculous. Personally, I don't like the thought of playing badly. I broke that vow about 5 years ago now in Cape Town, of all places, on behalf of the Lord's Taverners, who were playing a couple of games in the Cape. And in fact, also doing a bit of an advert for table cricket, one of our programs for the young disabled players we have. Table cricket on Table Mountain, great marketing, spectacular marketing.
What a great idea.
Really good idea.
It was great. Mike Gatting and I are on top of Table Mountain with our little bats and our little balls and the table tennis tables, showing people how to do it. That was a lot easier than actually putting pads and gloves on and bats and taken the bat out. In my case, I think against Western Province Cricket Club, some of their retired members too, just getting the rhythm going. Should have been LBW first ball, actually, but just getting the rhythm going, and I dragged one on. So it wasn't a thing of immense beauty, and it convinced me that my original vow of solitude would have been the right thing to have stuck with. So, yes, a little bit of umpiring. Beware of that, because especially with such crunch games, high-class games as the one we're anticipating at Wormsley on Monday, there might be some old scores to settle. You never know. No. Absolutely 100% fair. Trust me.
Right, a trigger finger there.
A little bit of umpiring never does. It depends who's bowling. Depends who needs help.
Of course. Just when you are fielding on Table Mountain, what you mustn't, how in modern cricket sometimes you push the ball up and then jump over the boundary and jump back. Don't do that it's very dangerous to do that on a mountain, isn't it? Because you just fall down the mountain. The side of the mountain. So where is this being played?
Now you tell us.
Where is this one being played? And can people go along?
Monday's match, as opposed to, we're not on Table Mountain on Monday, a lot closer to home, at the most gorgeous ground, which is Wormsley, not far from Stokenchurch. Paul Getty's ground, as built. It's the most beautiful ground, the most beautiful location. The pavilion itself is a work of art. Just look at the balustrades in the pavilion. But anyone who's ever been there will tell you it's a lovely, lovely venue. Dare I say, I'm not quite sure how to put this. The venue might slightly flatter the players. No, maybe not.
Some good player.
I don't know. Charlie, you can tell me. Charlie, I have no idea. What's your current batting average this summer?
Well, I've not played this summer because I decided I wanted to see my children this summer. It does take you away, rather. My top score ever is 46, given out LBW, and it was never LBW. So we do get close. Very nice. I did once take 6 for 36, playing for the Pasadena Roof Orchestra, the old jazz band.
Good.
And I took 6 for 36. But I'm basically slow trash bowling from one end, and people can't hit it. Always, so
it's a double bounce.
But I've only ever dropped one catch, so I'm good in the field. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to play. It's going to be nice to be there. We had Shoaib Bashir on earlier.
Well, it should be good.
Yes.
Oh right, yes.
And we were talking to him about it. I was trying to move on from my cricket onto the England Test summer, which I think is much more interesting. We had Shoaib Bashir on earlier on. I said I think him not playing in that final Test may have cost us. David, would you agree?
Well, it was largely a seamers game, wasn't it? I don't remember spinners doing an awful lot in that game. Shoaib, I like Shoaib. I like what Shoaib is trying to offer, and I would suggest that given a couple of years more of learning the trade, spinners don't always get it right straight away. A lot of spinners mature late. He's obviously got talent. He's got and he's got imagination, which I also like, because I hate spinners who just do the same thing each and every ball. But he likes to try different variations, flight and gull, all that sort of stuff. So from that point of view, I like him. But to be fair, this is my umpire's view here going up again, not the finger, it's my umpire's view. I don't think he would have been the key to the Oval.
Yeah, I think David is politely saying
wrong.
Charlie was
absolutely.
But you can't prove it either way.
No, you can't prove it. But I'm going with Gower over Baker on this view. Like watching that series. Obviously, the Ashes mean so much. And the last time we were out in Australia, we didn't have a great time. What chances? Does it all depend on just how fit we can get this fast bowling attack?
Well, we've got a bit of time, haven't we? As long as they don't overstretch themselves between now and then, I guess the sensible thing to do, given the way things have gone the last few years, is to take as many as you can.
Yeah.
The likes of Archer and Wood could have an impact, but you wouldn't put a lot of money on them both playing 5 Test matches. And I'd put zero money on that. That would be foolish. You've got to look after them, get the best out of them at the best times. Stokes, of course, that's the most interesting thing to me, Stokes, because he has been the absolute pivot, the key. He was the best bowler in the England team for 4 Test matches out of the 5, couldn't play the 5th. He needs, obviously, to work out how far he can push himself without breaking, which is something he's not in the sense of being very... I have huge admiration for Ben, everything he does and everything he tries to do, but he's got to learn how to not break himself in the process.
Yeah.
But if you get all of those fits, Cass I like, Atkinson I like, take a couple more, maybe Tongue, just take a couple more and have plenty of reserves, that would make sense, because once again, after the first couple of test matches, it's bang, bang, bang. So you're going to have to be very careful. They're going to have to be very careful how they manage that pace attack to make sure there's enough fit at any given time. And then, of course, you'll be looking at their attack, which somehow has stayed pretty fit for the last few years. It might be getting slightly older, but it's still a high-quality attack, Australia's. I think it sort of balances out rather nicely. There's a sort of 50-50 ball as to who ends up taking the Ashes at the end of it.
And like the England's top 6, top 7 looks pretty settled. Are you happy with it?
Well, I'm happy with it at its best. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And so the enigmas who are people like Zach Crawley. Zach seems to enjoy playing much more when it's harder. So, for instance, pace bowling plus 85 miles an hour, there are stats support this. Australians, he quite likes playing against Australians. So let's hope that bodes well for the top of the innings. I'm a huge admirer of the likes of Duckett, who does extraordinary things at the top of the order. For an opening batsman, he is completely against any mould that was created by the MCC 150 years ago, which makes it incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
And actually very hard to bowl at. Let's face it, on his days, it's just impossible to bowl at. That top 7, I think, is great in many, many ways. And you see, obviously you see, as we saw in this India series, Chase's successful 370 odd at Headingley, near success, which was basically almost seen through by that top 7, and then failed at the end at the Oval on that last morning, where actually just a cool head or two would have seen England through. But I mean, I thought it was brilliant. It was the most brilliant finish to a series. And I thought, actually, to be fair, that 2-2 was a fair result to both teams. But England had, having put that huge stand together between Root and Brooke, had basically done all the hard work. So that will annoy them.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, David, thanks so much for coming on.
Yes.
Absolute pleasure to talk to you. Good luck umpiring. If you are there when Charlie waddles to the crease.
Do you need £6 coins, or shall I bring some pound coins or some stones for you?
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago, I spent an awful lot of money, about 12 quid, on 2 of those counters for the Lord's Taverners umpires. I'm thinking of others, not just
of course,
myself.
always.
So, with a bit of luck, we'll have the right equipment on show.
Okay,
but if we have to sort of beg, steal and borrow a few coins, we can do that.
How many left?
And
How many left,
I might,
please?
Yes, I think the words, is there much more of this crap into mine as well?
Which is what people say about this show as well, David.
Yes, exactly.
Listen, it's
no.
It's lovely.
Certainly not.
It's lovely to have you on. Enjoy the game on Monday. Thank you.
Cheers, David.
Well, I hope plenty can come and see us. Yeah. Thanks very much.
David Gower there. That is cricketing royalty, isn't it? So at Wormsley, Lord Taverners cricket match, host of famous people playing as 2 cricketing podcasts, The Final Word, take on 0 ducks given. Will Pew joins us. Excuse me, host of the Sun Sports Transfer.
Sounded like you didn't mean it.
No, I do. I like
Sounded
Will
like
as
Will
well.
Pew joins us.
Does it?
Sure.
Yeah. No, I'm a big Will Pew fan.
I am.
As it goes. Yeah.
I
think he's going to go great gun. He's probably about 50, but I think he's one to watch. And then the birthday spread as well. Afternoon all. You're listening to talkSPORT. Hawksby and Jacobs. Max in for Paul today. Charlie in for himself.
Yeah.
Birthday spread coming up shortly. Will Pew from The Sun joins us. We're going to do some transfers. But before that, Danny Murphy has had some time with Arne Slot. And we've been playing clips through the day. You'll hear more on breakfast, of course. But let's have to listen to a little bit of what Arne Slot feels about the pressure this season.
Do you feel individually yourself a different pressure now because of the success? Because a lot of people, including me, beginning of last season was thinking you're going to need some time, and then you go and play so well, you win the league, and now the expectation, but the pressure on yourself. I mean,
No, I think last season I also felt pressure on myself because everybody maybe didn't expect a lot, so that also comes down with a certain pressure. Because everybody was after Jurgen, it's impossible. I think now we might need more time than we needed last season because the manager changed, but the players stayed the same. And I've said many times that the playing style between Jurgen and me is not so different that it takes ages for them to be adapted to.
Yes.
Now players need to adapt to each other. And we also brought different profiles in, so we cannot compare Florian Wirtz with any player we've got. Yeah, maybe with Harvey Elliott, but he didn't play that much last season. And Jeremy Frimpong is a completely different profile than Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yes.
So this is something that might need some time.
Full interview, Danny Murphy and Arne Slot tomorrow on Breakfast. Big Alan Ray Parlour, your host tomorrow. Some good news coming out of Morecambe.
Yes.
That has just happened. You know that company, Punjab Warriors, were desperately trying to buy the club from, what was he called, Jason Whittingham, I believe. I can't remember. Anyway, Punjab Warriors and Bond Group Investments, this is on the Morecambe website, pleased to announce that an agreement's been reached in principle for the transfer of majority shareholding in Morecambe Football Club. Following constructive discussions and a shared commitment to securing the future of the club, both parties have agreed to a structured settlement that ensures a smooth and fair transition. So that is great news.
Great news.
That Morecambe look like they will survive, and your existence is kind of more important than whether you're going to sign someone for 50 million quid. So great news for Morecambe. Hopefully there'll be some good news out of Sheffield Wednesday at some point soon too. Anyway, Will Pew joins us from The Sun, host of The Sun Sports Transfer Exposed.
Yeah.
Expose some transfers for us, Will. What's happening?
Xavi Simons, first of all, Max, long been linked with Chelsea. Talks had started first, as they tend to do, this transfer window between players, camp and club. First off, obviously Chelsea were also looking at and remain interested in Alejandro Garnacho, so it's more of a spreading the bets situation. But Man City have now emerged as recent suitors prepared to hijack the deal. That's the only way you can describe it.
Of course, yeah.
Deals can only be hijacked.
You can only hijack deals and planes, I guess, can't you? But is he a winger or is he a 10?
Quite versatile, to be honest. He can play anywhere along that sort of line of 3/4 behind the striker, 22 years of age. I think that's certainly why Enzo Maresca likes him, because he's going for some more versatile players this season and with the purchases he's making. But Manchester City, obviously the story we covered last week around Tottenham being in for Savinho. He quite likes the idea of that move. Pep Guardiola would rather he didn't go, but Xavi Simons, not the worst replacement for Savinho if that deal was to go through. So that's where it's at the moment. Chelsea, they're a little bit hesitant right now. They're kind of in the phase of the window where they're focusing on some outgoings. They're trying to swap Nkunku with Xavi Simons, but in this day and age with PSR clubs, they really want the money. Swap deals, you don't see them as often anymore.
That's interesting, isn't it? You sort of, when you are fans listening, like, just why are you waiting a day? Like, why are Tottenham waiting for Eze? They've played now. Just get Eze and Savinho in now. Are they going to happen? Like, my Spurs head on, I just think they're ones where they're going to go, it just didn't quite work out.
The Eze one's really interesting. I don't think anyone can sort of consider at the moment, other than Crystal Palace fans and the Crystal Palace hierarchy, of course, that Eze will be there at the end of the window. Mark Gay, he's as good as gone. I think Palace want to cash in on him this summer with a year left on his deal. Steve Parish said as much after the Community Shield. But that £68.5 million release clause that Eze's got reportedly expires tomorrow. So it's one of those where it's easy. You hear a lot about lots of these transfers. Oh, they'll rumble on to the end of the window. But Steve Parish is a tough negotiator, as we know. He did that with Gahey. The Newcastle deal nearly happened last summer, and he dug his heels in. He said, no, this is what we value him at if you're not going to pay him. This summer it'll be different because he's only got a year left. So there's every chance, if the Friday's deadline for this 68.5 passes, that Parish goes, well, no, I want more than that now. And then, but again, Arsenal.
Do you
more
think
so
Eze
than
knows
Tottenham.
that? And he's thinking, well, if someone wants me out of Crystal Palace, a club I think he loves, and he likes playing,
of course, yeah,
then Palace needs to do well out of it as well. Do you think would a player think like that? Do you think, well,
I think they often do, not always, to be quite honest. There are the sort of on the Eze to Isak scale of dealing with transfers this summer. Eze's obviously he's conducting himself very professionally the whole time. There has been a meeting between Tottenham and Eze's camp, which took place last week. So again, lots of that sort of stuff happens. Personal terms believed to not be a problem, whether it was Tottenham or Arsenal. I think it's just sort of a game of posturing and waiting. But I would be interested to see if either of them act before the expiration of that clause.
And also the fans thinking, you've got to get him, not just to get him, but just so the others, if it's Tottenham and Arsenal going to the same player, just get him so they don't get him. What's going to happen with Carlos Baleba?
It's quite an interesting one. Came out a little bit out of the blue last week, I think it was. We covered that on Transfers Exposed, of course. 3 years left on his Brighton deal. Manchester United again. Initial talks via intermediaries with his camp just to sort of sound him out, see what sort of money they would need to do to get him over the line. Brighton's position is he's not going anywhere this window. We've got no intention of sanctioning a sale unless, of course, the money was, in line with the sort of money they sold Caicedo for before. That was 115 million quid, I think. Baleba not quite hitting those levels as Caicedo was at the time. So I think sort of between 90 and 100. First of all, it was Brighton would accept 90. Now I think the interest is sort of a bit more solidified. That's budged up to £100 million a bit. And I think he's a player that would improve Manchester United almost immediately.
It was Chevalier in goal.
And you think Donnarumma would have saved that Romero header, is what everyone's thinking.
That's what you're thinking, isn't it? In goal for PSG last night, but Donnarumma couldn't reach a contract with them, could he? He's now keen on the move to the Prem. Man City, if Ederson leaves, is the talk.
Yeah,
not Man United.
No, not Man United. Mentioned up Martin Lipton, who was out on the pre-season tour with United in the States, wrote an excellent piece in The Sun around that time, just saying United are absolutely not interested in getting involved in what will be a really big money, quite public negotiation around a player like that. I think they're trying to be a little bit more clever in their recruitment. And so, United not interested at all. Their position has shifted on their goalkeeper from they would have sorted out the Onana situation earlier in the window. They focused on other areas now, and they're happy as you can be with Onana being number one. Donnarumma, at first, when the story came out and the links with the Premier League, the sense was very much it was one of those that's being drummed up by the agent because he wanted a new contract, a pay rise on his mere £210,000 a week current wage. Yeah. But it's developed a little bit more. It would be dependent on Ederson, whether or not he goes to Saudi. He's got a year left on his deal. So City, if they're going to cash in, now's the time to do it. They cash in or extend. Those are the options.
Talk of Turkey, is there not with Galatasaray?
There is some interest from Turkey, but I think Saudi's probably more likely. But the only concern would be, I know what you
James Trafford, yeah.
Well, James Trafford, but the feeling is that City's not number one ready just yet. Okay. But would you say Donnarumma's good enough with his feet compared to, considering what?
Not as good as Ederson.
Well, quite, yeah.
But then Pep changes how he plays. He might go dirty big boot. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Love that. A season of dirty big boot.
Get Grant Holt up front next to Haaland.
Or he buys Donnarumma to play up front.
That's a good idea.
Have both him and Ederson.
Man City have put goalkeepers up front before.
They've done that, of course.
Yeah, and it worked brilliantly. I won't hear a bad word about
Stuart Nugent on the bench.
Yeah, of course. Haaland benched for Donnarumma playing up front. Hey, thanks, Will. Thanks for coming in, pal.
Will.
See you next week.
The host of the Sun Sports Transfer Exposed, Transfer Insiders as well, on tonight at 7. Jermaine Penn and Ollie Klink, your host for that after Drive, which is taking place on the terrace, on the roof terrace.
Very nice.
And coming next, the birthday spread. Yeah, cannot wait.
All Max has turned up for a week.
football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Here we go then. Hawksby and Baker, Max in for Paul. Brought to you by the good people of Tool Station. Whatever you're doing right now, stop and buy yourself a Hawksmoor lawnmower. A Hawksby lawnmower. Buy 6 of them. Next stop, Tool Station. Let's do the birthday spread. I'm so excited. Andy Jacobs joins us. Hey, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, good afternoon, boys. And what an exciting contest this could be. Very, very tricky today. Could be a high scorer.
Oh, that sounds tough.
See, it's a great leveler. Tricky ones.
A waste of half an hour, some call it.
It's Dame Winnie Ophelia, the former head of conservatory of Kew Gardens. And you go, oh, God, here we go.
It's a happy birthday.
Lovely stuff. Jeff Peters here to do the scores.
Good.
Welcome, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
You're Mars.
You're Mars.
Thought you'd appreciate that to start with.
Very nice.
I've been going back through the records, and I don't think you two have played each other at the birthday spread. Yeah.
Wow.
You've obviously played against,
the
Max.
world's best.
Charlie's played against Paul, and Max has played against, etc., etc. But I
Is this
can't
the
find
first
any
ever?
record. I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I can't find any.
Is this for who's the world number 2? Is this straight for the? Is the winner?
To be honest, Jeff, if you've not kept the record, no one else cares, and it's a waste of half an hour.
Yeah, Charlie is.
Kids game.
Whatever happens today, Charlie is still way ahead of you, Max.
Oh, Max, well, that's because I played more. That's because I played more.
No, of course. 2021 was the absolute. This is the zenith of this competition.
Charlie's won 5 of the last 7 against Paul, so he's in fantastic form.
Okay, interesting start. For those of you that don't know the game, it's very much time difference, but with birth. That's how I would describe it.
And Charlie's won his last 5 time differences against you, Max.
I know.
Yeah.
This is really extraordinary stuff, considering he watches no football. Right, here we are. Pally's with us, of course. And let's kick us off then, Andy, with your first. You said earlier this week these are the best jokes you've ever written. So.
I didn't say that. That is
who's going first and who's going second?
Who's going first?
Max can go first.
That is a stitch-up because he knows I said it's been a really hard week and I'm having to hide a lot of stuff here. But you'll find since 2021 these jokes haven't changed.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Anyway, here we go. Let's get underway with somebody you will know, the fine actor, one of my favourites, Stephen Graham.
Okay.
Stephen Graham. He was recently crowned Britain's best actor in an online vote. But as much as I admire him, I fear his legions of fans skewed the Graham poll.
That's great. That's very nice.
Okay, Stephen Graham. I could text him.
People in your phone. Is that the game, is it?
People in your phone.
People in your phone. How old are they?
Stephen Graham is...
How old's your best friend?
Stephen Graham is 54.
You're in the right ballpark there, Max. I'm going to say 52.
Well done, Charlie. He's 52. What a great start.
So Max knows Stephen Graham and gets his birthday, gets his age wrong.
I'll tell you what, call him up, tell him he got it wrong.
And Charlie gets a direct hit, so it's Max 2, Charlie 0.
Early days here. Don't get smug yet, Baker.
My modus operandi in the spread is smug.
Okay, who's next, Andy?
It is the actress and cookery writer Madda Jaffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Madda
My favourite.
Yes,
I love her stuff.
Well, I do too. As long-time followers of the birthday spread will know, she's a dyed-in-the-wool Luton Town fan. Yes, Madda's a hatter.
Very nice.
Jaffrey Peters.
Jaff Peters.
Jaffrey Peters.
Yeah. Is that a joke or is that just what is that? Anyway, doesn't matter.
Jaffrey boycott. Are we just saying word association?
It's word
Jaffrey from Rainbow. My favourite Jaffrey.
Let's just say words that sound like Jeffrey.
Okay.
81.
Okay, 81. Now, do you go big? The question
I could be completely wrong.
Could be completely wrong. So hard so early, isn't it? Madda Jaffrey. Does sound old, doesn't she? 75.
Oh, dear, 92. Oh, wrong way Regals.
Wrong way Regals.
Should have said 175.
I was going to go older as well, but there we are.
Okay.
So Max was 17 out with his guess on that, so he is on 19, and Charlie 11 out and is on 11. So Charlie leads by 8 after 2.
Only 8. Okay, fine.
Okay, early doors, and it's the MP for Falkirk West from 1983 to 2000, Dennis Canavan. Dennis Canavan. I was working for the AA breakdown services. We've got a call to rescue Dennis, whose engine had blown up. Yes, I was towing a Canavan. Thank you.
Yeah.
He is 89.
Thanks, Josh.
I think a little younger than that. I'm going to say 82.
83. Oh, that's a good guess.
I'm getting absolutely humiliated here. This is a disaster.
This is just like the old days of the spread, isn't it, Max? You're 6 out onto 25
Because I'm so much younger than Charlie and Paul.
Yeah, that's what
they
it
know
is.
more
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
I
there's
can't
more
help
people,
it. I can't
yeah.
help being so young.
And Charlie is on 12, so
Not one
Charlie
yet.
leads. Charlie leads by 13 after 3.
Ages to go. Ages.
Okay. It's the fine actress Audrey Tautou. Audrey Tautou. And every August we stay with Audrey.
Where, Andy? Where?
In
Tell
Edinburgh.
us.
Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah.
The Edinburgh Tattoo, of course it is.
Very nice. 54.
Do you know her?
I don't know her.
No, but do you know of her?
I know who she is, yeah. Do you know who she is?
She's not on your phone. Not on your phone or anything, yeah.
No.
56.
49.
Oh, okay.
Wrong way
Regals.
Just inching away.
She's Amelie.
That's right. Okay.
Audrey Tautou is Amelie.
Yes.
So
Heartlander,
Max,
enjoying that.
Max 7 out on that, on to 32. Charlie 5 out and is on 17.
Okay.
So Charlie leading by 15 after 4.
I haven't played for so long.
Yeah.
You're a bit rusty.
I'm a bit rusty.
It's tough to know who people are when you haven't played.
A bit
for
like
so long.
PSG last night.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll come good at the end.
You might do.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the artist Yinka Shonibare. Yinka Shonabare. And Yinka has only just recently got into football, but he's so curious about the terminology of the game. For example, he said, what do you call a spot kick from 12 yards that's clipped over the keeper? I said, that's a penyinka. Penyinka.
Yeah, penyinka. Yeah,
okay, come on.
I like it.
Come on.
I like it. Yinka Shonabare, can you give us any info? It's you, but I just want a bit of info.
No, I don't need info. I quite like a lot of his stuff. And he is 63.
Okay. Now I'm trying to see if you're bluffing or not, maybe. I can just hang with you.
That would be disgraceful. That would be a sort of embarrassment.
The easiest thing to do would just be to hang with you, and I will just say 62.
Oh, Charlie, that's terrible. He's 63.
Oh, see, I told you I liked his stuff. Yeah, I do know. I'm a big fan. I could have texted him.
Oh.
So the scores with Max getting a direct
hit. To go back to 0-0 with a direct hit, or was that a different game?
That's the Saturday quiz that Charlie normally wins. So Max, you're on 32. Charlie is on 18, and at the halfway stage, Charlie leads by 14.
14-point lead, but it's
long way to go.
Long way to go in the birthday spread. This is very exciting stuff. Can I drag it back?
And it's not famous people in the second half like Yinka Shonabare.
I got that direct hit, and it is, of course, winner stays on. So I look forward to that. Here we go. We'll do the second half of the birthday spread in just a second. Steve from Wincham is on 33 at half-time.
Might open an ironing shop next to Dev's ironing shop.
Good idea. Why not? A spiked ironing shop.
Spiked ironing shop.
I remember also not really focused on the joke, Sandy, because, while you're doing a joke, I'm desperately just trying to think how old is Jim Courier, and that's just it's very hard to really focus on a joke while that's happening. Anyway, Jeff, remind us of the scores halfway through the birthday spread.
It's Max 32, Charlie 18.
Okay, 32-18. Now back to you, Andy.
It's a bit dispiriting. Pen Yinka was my best gag. Absolutely nothing.
Silence.
Anyway,
Total
it's
silence.
fine.
Pen Yinka.
It's fine.
Don't
Anyway,
let it get you down, Andy.
No, it's all downhill.
You've got a
from here.
future in broadcasting, haven't you?
I think I might, yes. It's Lady Brackets Elizabeth Butler Sloss. I don't know why they're in brackets. Lady Elizabeth Butler Sloss. And I remember her on a cricket tour, actually, with England's former white ball captain. They were playing a drinking game, which her ladyship surprisingly won, because you don't normally see Josh Butler Slosh.
Who's this?
I like that.
Yeah,
that was the best one yet. Whose go is it, Jeff?
It up.
Oh.
It's Charlie.
You got
Charlie
excited, Andy, getting towards the punch.
I got a bit too excited.
Lady Elizabeth Butler Sloss. Sloshed.
Yeah.
Sloshed.
Could be anyone. Could be. How old is she?
She's the former Lord Justice of Appeal.
Oh, okay.
That
There we
helps.
are. Very nice. Yeah, that does help. 84.
She is going to eke a bit back, haven't I?
Yeah.
But I could Regals. That's always
you
the
could.
risk.
Not for me to say. You do what you like.
79.
Regals, 92.
Honestly, nothing makes me want to swear more than this game. It's amazing, isn't it? I want to go full F and Jeff on this.
F and Jeff will be with you this evening for transfer.
They're doing Transfer Insiders.
I love their show.
Love their show. F and Jeff. It's so good.
Jeff?
So
Okay.
Max 13 out onto 45, Charlie 8 out onto 26. So 19 the gap, 4 to go.
Still loads. No toppers yet, Jeff. Have there been?
What, in the last 3 or 4 years? No.
He did say he did do lots of people called Jeffrey with.
Oh yes, and we all piled in on him. Yes, there was lots of bullying for that bit. Yeah.
Okay, Andy.
Okay, the life president of Arsenal Football Club, Ken Fryer. And I was with Ken, actually, at public school, where he had a great business on the side, selling sweets to the other boys. Everybody wanted a bit of Fryer tuck.
Stop laughing before the punchline.
Fryer tuck.
Fryer tuck.
Yeah. Say it again. I know this. He's 71.
You don't want to do a spoonerism with this one, anyway.
71. Ken Fryer. Ken Fryer. Be a good chip shop guy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, would be.
Frying tonight. 71, you said. Well, I can just tap it about in this half if I want to. 72.
Well, actually, I mean, he is life president of Arsenal Football Club. He's 91.
91, yeah. I was going to say, he should be a lot older.
Yeah, no,
He'd
but
still be there.
I could have won that. I thought he was a lot older.
Sometimes they're not.
Okay. Life presidents, are they?
No, they're not.
So,
I know the age of every life president, every club.
Well, you don't.
I went on you.
You don't know the name of Ken Fryer.
I went on you bet with Darren J, and I got them all right except for Ken Fryer. I was 20 out. On Ken.
Right.
So,
Yes, Jeff.
Max,
Yes, Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
20 out on that, onto 65. Charlie 19 out onto 45. So Charlie leads by 20.
20.
With 3 to go.
20 with 3 to play. Okay.
The rapper and music producer, Curtis Blow. And I was involved in a hostage situation where I had to negotiate a swap for his cousin. I really enjoyed exchanging blows.
Ah, very nice. I mean, there's a lot you could have gone. The lot you could have gone for there, Andy.
I know, of course
really
I
are. A low blow, maybe? A low blow could have been nice.
Yeah.
That could have been nice.
Could have been in employment, couldn't
Yeah,
it? To be honest.
Love his work. Yeah.
Could you, do you know which hip hop?
Come on, no information.
He's in?
No.
It just says rapper and music producer.
Rapper and music.
Okay, rapper and music producer. Could be anything. I'm going to say 58. So I think might have opened the door for you.
No, I think that's pretty good actually. I had 55 written down because I do like a lot of his stuff. What are you laughing at?
I know you're from the streets.
Listen, there's nowhere rougher than CB1. There is not. I got out of central Cambridge. Not many people do. As I've said many times, we didn't even have a full-size harp in the music room. I mean, it was tough. Okay, I'll go 55.
66.
Aren't they Regals?
I've Regals every time.
Every single time. If you only gone the right way. So far, I mean, I can
Honestly,
still lose.
I mean, I don't get
can
angry
still
about it.
lose here.
Honestly,
Very
so
easily.
annoying. This game is so annoying.
What's the scores, Jeff?
Curtis Blow was born as Curtis Walker, and he's well known for a single, The Breaks.
Oh, yeah,
from
these
1980.
are The Breaks. Yeah, it's a great
Self-titled
record.
Was that a
debut
topper
album.
or just some information, Jeff?
Factoid. It's a factoid.
It's a great
Topper, is it? Factoid.
That's
So
a-
Max 11 out on that onto 76. Charlie 8 out onto 53. So the gap is 23 with 2 to go.
23, 2 to
Well,
go.
you never know.
You never know. You never,
never
ever
know.
know.
And Max to
Okay.
go first. On
The
this.
beauty of the
yes.
game.
Is this the last one?
No, two
No,
to go.
2 to go.
All
It's the opera singer Gundula Janowitz. Gundula Janowitz. And the last time I saw Gundula, she was floating down a canal in Venice.
Oh, yeah.
That's really excellent.
And then what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Gundula Janowitz.
Gundula Janowitz.
Gundula Janowitz.
Opera
It's me,
singer.
is it? It's me, is it? Are you just going to tap it about? Disgrace.
I don't know.
Disgrace.
I might go big, and then you can't beat me on the last one.
She's young. Do you know that?
Whose go is it?
I
Somebody
think it's my go. Is it my go?
It's Max.
No, I'm nervous, for goodness sake. This is big, isn't it?
nervous. Yes,
This is
huge,
big.
huge. 2 to go, though. 2 to go.
2 to go, I
Still
know.
win.
Yeah, I know. Gundula Janowitz. How old is Gundula Janowitz?
That is the game. That is the whole point of the game. Andy has a joke about the name,
Yeah,
and then
okay,
we
yeah.
discuss how...
If you told me when the game started, I'd have a better
okay,
score.
Sure, yeah.
It's never been mentioned so much.
Gundula
on
Janowitz.
talkSPORT.
Gundula, I'd never heard of her.
No, you didn't hear. Gabby and Ollie Klink did a phone in about, if they could break PSR, Newcastle would sign Janowitz in the window. She is 66.
I think that's a good shout. 66.
I'll say
Gundula
the same as me. For
well, I won't say the same, but I can go as close to it as I want. And I'm going to say
Edgy.
67.
Yeah, I guess so.
88.
I should have gone higher, and then I could have won. My own fault.
Right.
What's
so
the scores,
Max,
Jeff? Yeah, hello.
22 out onto 98, and Charlie 21 out onto 74. So you've got 24 to play with
24.
on this one, Charlie. So Max, you need to be 25 either way.
Okay.
Okay, the final birthday of the week. He was the chairman of Smurfit Kappa Group from 2005 to 2007. Sir Michael Smurfit. Sir Michael Smurfit.
22.
He might be. He comes from a big family of Merseyside football fans, actually. Half the family on his mum's side were red.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Sir Michael's dad, Papa Smurfit, was blue. Of course he was.
Yeah. Good old Papa Smurfit.
Yeah.
Okay, the chairman of Smurfit till 2007.
Do you know, in my ear, they just went, producer just went, 57 is your out time. Is your out time. I was like, if someone was about to cheat at this game, I was about to really blow my
I'm
top
going
in.
to say,
How I feel about cheating.
I'm just going to say, 88.
Yeah, that is good. That is good, because he's not...
He might be. You never know.
He's
Don't
not
look
gonna
at
be-
Andy for... You're looking at Andy to see if...
No,
he
I'm not doing that. He's not going to be 113, is he?
He might be.
Is he
You never know.
113? What's 88 minus 25?
That's your gap. There's your... You might... You never know.
He's not going to be 63, is he?
He might be.
Because he was something in 07. That was a long time ago now. It was a different time. Tom says, typical woke Max. Every answer Charlie gives, Max goes to the left.
Yes, Max. It is.
So I'm going to have to say 63, and if he's 113, then fair enough. 63.
No, I'm afraid he's 89.
Bang! Eat
bad
it!
What an anticlimax.
It's so odd not playing against someone who's like good at it.
I think Max has taken defeat better, Charlie, than Val McDermott did last week. House of Games, repeat.
Well, Val gave it a good go, but, I was there on the last question.
You were. You got hammered at the end.
You always take defeat so well, Charlie.
I do. I'm very, very gracious when I lose.
I would like to spread again before I go back to the promised land.
Well, look, that's not up to me. I don't book the spread, and Paul will want to play when he comes back.
Yeah,
I expect Danny Kelly would like a game when he's on.
Yeah, Danny wants to play.
He'll want to play, won't he? So we all want to.
I don't deserve to, actually.
You don't.
Such a pitiful. That was pitiful. I started badly and I just got worse.
You need to go back to the Champions Tour.
I do, yeah.
You've lost your card.
Just go back guessing birthdays. Just people in the street. Yeah, what is it, Jeff?
124 to Max, 75 to Charlie. Congratulations, Charlie.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Andy.
Your facts and toppers. Thanks, Andy. Great jokes.
Lovely stuff. The gondola one was excellent. I'll see you tomorrow, Andy. Thank you, Charlie. I enjoy working with you. You're a nice man.
That's very nice. Thank you very much.
Darren Bent and Andy Goldson have Drive next.